Milk Crate Marauder.
What happened to my $100, Joe? Nigga, did you take my money?
That's right, little bitch. I took it back. You ain't worth no $100. I am Joe Blow, the lover man. You should be paying me, bitch.
Give me my money, man.
Shit, what money? Should I get cut like you all day, a dime a dozen? Shit. Here, here's $2. Go get you some dish powder and keep it clean for me next time.
And they whipped his ass. He's in the hospital yet with his ass in a sling.
Either love or hate radio bad boy Howard Stern, but it's hard not to like his sidekick, known to listeners as Stuttering John. Now, if you're not a Stern fan, you may not know what John does. Let's just say it's different. Here's Jeff Cole.
Hey, Inside Edition. How are you?
You won't recognize the face, and you may never have heard him sing. But if you're a fan of radio's outrageous bad boy, Howard Stern, this man is one of the reasons you tune in.
If you pass gas at home in front of others, do you blame the family dog?
The man sent by Stern to ask celebrities the rudest questions imaginable is trying his hand at a new career, his first love, music.
In your face, rock and roll.
He is Stuttering John Melendez. His band, releasing its first album this week, is also called Stuttering John.
Martha.
Give me the next musical sex symbol.
I don't know. Could a face that's ugly be a sex symbol? I don't know.
I'll talk my way out of it. Their first single couldn't be more aptly named. At 28, John's been stuttering since he's been uttering.
I'm stuttering. Joey just wants to get and I'm stuttering. You see it?
Yeah, man.
No, I don't stutter when I sing. When I sing, thank God. Look at me, I'm stuttering like a maniac. I got people come up to me and go, John, man, you don't really stutter, you know. You're a fraud, you know. I'm like, oh my God. All my life they call me Stutterface and Skip, and now they call me a fraud, you know.
The man Rolling Stone magazine once called MC Stammer has been a loyal member of the Stern entourage since 1988, when he was a film student at New York University. One of his friends was about to quit an internship at Stern's radio show and didn't want to leave producer Gary Delabate in a jam.
Alert. So I said, hey, I got this guy I go to school with. He sits next to me. He's a big fan of the show, and I think he'd be perfect. And he said, but he stutters. So he came into the office and said, Howard, I'm interviewing this intern. You know, he stutters. And Howard just stopped what he was doing cold and looked at me, total seriousness, and said, hire him. And I said, I haven't even met him yet. He said, hire him. He goes, the guy stutters, hire him.
Stern immediately put John to work as a celebrity interviewer, only not asking the kinds of questions you'd expect from, say, Barbara Walters.
Why are you such a fat cow? Do you think that Two Live Crew...
How the did you get this job with a speech impediment? That's what the I want to know.
So many of his questions have been deemed rude, offensive, and inappropriate. Even John admits he's a publicist's worst nightmare.
And it's great when they publicists see me because they get this like look of terror in their eyes, you know. Because it's weird because I'm not carrying a gun. It's just a microphone.
You want to start kicking ass?
I've been dragged downstairs and, thrown against cars. And it's just people treat me like an assassin. And I'm not.
We've always said the great thing about John is that he doesn't know. So his ignorance is what gets him by. And, John would go up and ask the Pope a dopey question because he just doesn't know enough about religion. That's what's great about him. He's genuine.
I used to play ring and run. I used to go up to every door. And you'd ring the doorbell, and you'd run.
Johnny Mel, as his friends call him, grew up in the comfortable New York suburb of North Massapequa. The youngest of four, he's always been a clown. And with his Stern gig, he's become something of a legend around his hometown.
Hey, so here he is. Stuttering John. How you doing, buddy? Hey, this is Joey. Joey's known me since I was a little kid.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
See that?
You really can't. He's a really good-hearted guy, without a doubt.
At his old high school, this famous graduate's mere presence causes a major scene, and teachers still remember his antics, like having his sister call him in sick when he wanted to cut classes.
And Mr. Staples, Detective Staples,
Knew the voice.
knew it was my sister's voice and called our parents. Can you tell them something that you remember about me, Mr. Carvey?
Guitar playing on the knees, yeah, rock concerts, things of that sort.
Comments from some of John's early teachers were a foreshadowing of things to come, like this one from his 4th grade report card. He asks some unusual and penetrating questions and tends to stutter when excited. He still needs to control his silly behavior.
What a cute kid.
John endured years of ridicule over his impediment and will never forget the pain he has felt. To this day, he always has a sympathetic ear for a fellow stutterer.
A teacher once called me and said there's a stutter with a really bad problem, and he came to me at the station, almost broke my heart. The kid cannot talk. I said, get over it. Don't feel the pressure that you have to talk. Because as soon as you have that kind of pressure, then you're going to not be able to talk.
But John's sensitive side doesn't protect him from the merciless ribbing from Stern and Company. Here's what Stern had to say about John when he recently declared his candidacy for governor of New York.
Let me tell you something. I'm not even making a joke about this. Stuttering John will have no place in my administration.
Why won't Stuttering John play a role in your administration?
Because he's an idiot. He's stupid.
As far as John's other career, he has high hopes that his band will hit the big time. In their video, which John expects to begin airing on MTV this week, a bizarre cast of characters audition as bass players.
Roll down.
Roy!
Action.
It's an awful lot of glamour for a guy with a stammer.
The only time he tells the truth is when he can't get the words out.
As he approaches 30, John Melendez is a strange mix of man and boy.
Cool, man. Pretty cool.
So far, he's refused to grow up. But then again, why bother?
The way he is the way he is. He's not pretending. It's not contrived. He's not trying to be anything except what he is. He's Stuttering John.
Well, John's music career seems to be taking off. His new CD is selling like hotcakes, 70,000 in just 4 days. But for the time being, he plans to stay with The Howard Stern Show. When Inside Edition returns, we will try to answer the big question in Hollywood. Was it a hoax or a humdinger of a fight?
I saw the Marauders weighing on my wife's telethon. Now I know why we built Great Wall, to keep that eel away from my oyster. That was no shrimp roll.
So lame. That was so lame.
You're an asshole, man.
Ralph, fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. The fuck? Come on, you wanna fucking go out, Ralph? I'll fuck you up, man. Fuck you, man.
Fuck your
fucking face up.
Fucking asshole, man.
Fucking piece of shit.
You're a piece of shit.
What, you can't take a little fucking joke, Ralph?
No, I'm fucking sick, all right, John?
Shit, I'll fucking smack you in the fucking face.
What have you got going on over there?
I got food, I got coffee cups, I got all kinds of crap. Please. All right, now you know.
I'm trying to listen to you in the middle of it. You start chewing, yum, 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 and then the paper's rattling.
I forgot we were on the air.
Thank you very much.
Coming up.
See how easy it is to concentrate with that.
What did you say, Gary?
Coming up in 15 minutes on this show.
All right, coming up what?
Coming up in 15 minutes on this show is a great piece of audio tape, but an even better piece of videotape. Stuttering John and Ralph just had a fist fight.
Really?
Yeah, in your office.
Why?
Yeah, it was real good. And we got it all.
Fist fight?
We got it all on tape.
A real fist fight?
Well, they were like bitch slapping each other. But it was real anger all the way.
Why?
What is bitch slapping?
You know when you just like smack each other, like it wasn't.
Who won? I bet you. Let me take bets.
It was about even.
Oh, really?
They sort of walked away from each other, but John, a foot shorter,
really
didn't back
angry?
down. Oh yeah. John had to play one of his practical jokes. You know how he has to play practical jokes.
Yeah.
So Ralph, who I guess hasn't been feeling good, fell asleep on the couch in the back.
Right.
Shut the light. So John, of course, goes and gets the E-camera and said, let's just go boo.
Right.
So he goes in there and he goes, boo. Ralph doesn't move, and then he says it again, boo. So Ralph sort of like, just sort of like leans over, and now he's all pissed off. So he goes, man, I'm sick, get the F out of here. John goes, oh, come on, F you. And I don't know, Ralph gets up and he gets John in the corner and he cocks back with his fist like he's going to punch him.
Yeah.
But then he doesn't. Then he goes back and he picks up one of his big size 11 sneakers and wails John in the head with it.
Wow.
So John picks it up back and throws it back at him, and then they get up and they're like slapping each other.
Wow.
And then there's a lot of cursing, you know, a lot of manly cursing, like I'll effing kill you. No, I'll effing kill you. John's like, hey, I'm effing standing right here.
Wow.
F
Hey,
you.
hey, this is good.
Yeah,
hey, this
get
is good.
that right away.
Hey, where are the guys?
Ralph just woke up. Come on, John and Ralph, come in.
Come on in.
Scott, it's going to take 20 minutes because I'd say the F word is said 35, 40 times in 30 seconds.
Wow.
Because when you're a real man, you have to tell.
Yeah, when you're a man, you got to use the F word.
Yeah, this is what I'm going to do to you, you effing idiot.
Yeah. You can say that to Mancow. He'll put on a dress and Kotex and apologize to you.
Come on in, guys.
Mancow backs right down. Big pussy. Big wild man of Chicago.
No, not
radio.
our boys. Nobody backs down here.
Hey, man.
How you doing, man?
What are you doing? Why are you waking the guy up? He's just trying to mellow out.
How many people do we tape when they're sleeping around here?
I don't know. How many? I've never done that.
Yeah, man, we had that guy Timmy snoring, and we woke him up on tape. I mean, I thought it was no big deal. He's sleeping. And first of all, no one tells me to, I mean, he was fine yesterday. Suddenly he's sick.
You know what, John?
What's this, Ralph? What happened? Why would you wake the guy up? The guy's just trying to mellow out.
I just don't feel good today.
I don't know that. How do I know that?
Well, why do you have to be an asshole all the time?
Wait a second. Wait a second. Hey, watch the word, will you? Watch the words.
You know, so I got to...
What do you say? Wait, Ralph, what happened? Come here. Ralph.
So I woke him up. That's all I did. I woke him up.
Ralph was stormed out.
Hey, you know he must not be feeling well. He doesn't want air.
Howard, I want you to be honest, and seriously, just be honest for a second.
I would not have done that.
If Gary's sleeping,
yeah,
you wouldn't want me to get in the camera and wake him up. Come on.
Gary works here.
Well, so does Ralph.
Well, he works for 15 minutes. You can tell the guy usually isn't sleeping here. He's probably doing something wrong.
The last time he slept in here,
Gary was sleeping during his job.
But here's my opinion on this. Yeah. I think it's funny, but I think John shouldn't be surprised that when you play a practical joke on somebody, that they get angry.
All right, but let me just say one thing.
Who won the fight? Did you win or he did?
Well, it wasn't really a fight, but
you guys were slapping each other.
I mean, anytime he wants to go at it, I'll kick his ass.
Oh.
It's easy as that. I'll beat that guy so badly he'll be blooding.
Really?
Bleeding all over the place because he's an idiot. And I'll F him up bad.
Dislikes Ralph.
Yeah, because you know why? It was so just, I mean, anybody else, if anyone, if I was sleeping, did it to me, hey, good joke. I'm not going to start wailing my sneaker at you. The guy wails a sneaker at me, which means that he wants to fight me. You want to fight me, I'll smack you around, Ralph, anytime you want. All right? I'll break your freaking nose.
Oof.
You really think you could beat Ralph up?
Yes, I know I could beat Ralph up.
Wow.
And you know, it's just like, you know, I get along with you. I just woke you up. That's all I did. I didn't, you know, make fun of your mother. I didn't do anything bad. I woke you up. That's all I did. I didn't do anything. I mean, and then I get so angry over it. I mean, give me a break. God.
I've never seen Ralph so angry.
I know. I mean, he's not.
I don't even know what to say. You know, I don't feel good.
Yeah, right.
Ralph,
I'm just out of it. You know, I probably overreact. I was just so pissed, man, because you know, I got a second. I was zoning out a little bit, and
the last time
Mr. Funny here jumps in.
Howard, the last time he slept,
I probably wouldn't have cared if I just wasn't so.
The last time he slept was the day that he forgot your shorts. Remember?
Right.
And it was a big thing that he was sleeping in the back.
Right.
So with that in mind, I said, all right, well, let's get him sleeping on
tape. You know what you do to a guy sleeping? You put his hand in warm water so he pees on, pees on the floor.
Forget. Imagine if I would.
That would have been all right.
Oh yeah.
That would have woken him up.
That works.
John, listen to me. You know, I don't want to fight. I'm not. You know,
fight him.
Are you backing down, Ralph?
No, I'm not. I don't feel good.
You never back down.
I don't feel good.
What's wrong?
Hey, if I felt better, you know what?
Did you kick his ass?
You know what? I stopped myself. You know what? When he woke me up and I jumped up, I could have kicked his ass because I don't care. You know, I just had that.
Ralph, fix your scarf.
I don't care.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure you look all right.
I have to see the tape, Howard. It was pretty physical. I was surprised. I mean,
who was winning the fight in your estimation?
They were just sort of smacking each other. It wasn't really a win. You know, they weren't throwing punches.
Right.
But
because
he
motioned
like Ralph
to punch
doesn't
me.
want to fight anymore.
I get along with Ralph. I don't understand it.
Ralph looks like a frontier woman with his big babushka.
Ralph, I get along with you. I mean, I don't understand that. I don't know where it comes from.
I don't want to fight John anyway. I was just so effing pissed, man, because I just zoned out for a second.
I woke him. Come on, are you going to defend him?
I'm not defending him. I'm just telling you.
I woke him up. We're not talking about anything major here. God, the Jackie puppet gets on. Gary fires me.
Ralph's afraid he can.
Gary fires me, and I just wake him up, and everyone's saying it's okay for him to wail his freaking size 11 shoe at my head. Listen, hey,
well, why did you come back at him? You were the instigator. You knew you had there's a chance you're going to piss somebody off when you do this stuff.
That's what made it
Why
funny.
don't you walk away?
Whoa, yeah.
That makes no sense.
Someone wails something at your head and you walk away.
I can't believe John is so confident that he could beat Ralph's ass.
He was not afraid at all. I mean, you'll hear on the tape, like John's
John
walking
thinks
down.
he can beat everybody.
John goes, anytime, anywhere, Ralph. Anytime, anywhere.
Wow.
But why?
I think Ralph could beat your ass. Am I crazy?
Well, he's your buddy. I don't want to get into this. He's your buddy.
Well, not that he's my buddy. What are you talking? I'm friends with
You're a
Jackie.
little guy.
I mean,
You don't
I'm
work
friends
out.
with
Ralph has
I'm friends
big
with Ganji.
muscles.
I know you could beat him up.
Very physical.
I witnessed it.
What?
I witnessed it.
Yeah.
I think John would have taken him.
Really?
John gets really.
John's a maniac.
Angry.
Yeah. He fights like a
you know
retard.
what? You know what? It would have been a good fight because when I get really, the only time if you said fight John right now,
right?
I probably, I couldn't fight that good.
Who are you,
because
Kato Kalin?
I got to get.
Gay, Ralph.
Because you're gay.
Oh man. Fucking you.
Whoa. Easy with the F word. Easy with the F word.
I think you got him upset again. Now I can fight John.
There you go.
Curse small, you homo.
Listen, Ralph, I woke you up. I didn't know it would get such a reaction.
Yeah,
I apologize
John.
if you. I swear to God, Howard, if you want, next time someone's sleeping, I won't do this. I
want to hear the tape.
I thought it'd be good for the show. I'm sorry.
John, continue to do whatever you do.
John,
This is what it's gonna be. Funny man. Hey, you're an idiot. I mean,
John,
give me a
that's
break.
the thing. You don't have to. Howard can take care of the show. You don't have to, run around and do the show.
Hey, listen, if Howard doesn't want me to do these things, I won't. I thought it would be good to get you sleeping on the camera. Howard, was that wrong?
I'm not complaining.
Oh,
You know what works around here, John? You being you.
Yeah, well,
whatever you would do
I let you
works.
be you.
Tom,
I've never censored anybody.
Tom comes back to me and goes, John, you know that Ralph's sleeping back there. So I go, oh, give me the camera. I mean, it's just impulsive. It's impulsive, Ralph. As soon as I heard, I got
John, no, like I said, man, I really don't feel good. I'm not just tired.
But I didn't know that you don't feel good. I hung out with you yesterday. You were fine. I don't know. I guess maybe you have like that one-day disease.
Hey,
Ralph is apologizing, I think.
Ralph's apologizing. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm not apologizing. I mean, I'm just saying I wouldn't have reacted.
Want a pink dress and some Kotex?
Ralph, he said he's going to kick your ass, and now you're apologizing.
No, I mean, like, I didn't know I would get that reaction.
Hey, it
Ralph.
worked.
I mean, we hang out, we goof around. You goof around just as much as I do, and I just didn't think you would get so crazy.
All I'm saying, if I hadn't restrained myself, we would have had a good fight because John got pissed and I got pissed and.
Has Ralph ever had a fight?
With girls. I've not got a few girls.
Ralph did slap a girl in a bar.
That's right.
And he took her out.
He did take that girl.
Yeah. What do you have, your period?
Kicked in, man.
Must be the
All right, why don't you go lay down? John, why don't you go outside and cool down?
Done laying down.
All right, yeah. If you want to lay down, why don't you go home and lay down, okay? Here's some faxes on the fight. Ralph would beat John in a fight because Ralph has retarded strength. This one says, Stuttering John, please kick that dickhead's ass. Knock those rotten teeth down his faggot throat.
Oh, my.
A lot of guys into this faggot thing. Howard, I smell another fight on the E! Show. Faggot against moron.
Oh.
Dominic Barber called and he said, the only way to scare Ralph when he's sleeping is to walk in with a priest uniform. Howard, a priest rapes Ralph, and he sits back and takes it. John plays a joke on him, and he starts slapping like a black woman. Like a black woman? Signed Governor Pataki.
Oh, stop
I can't
that.
believe he wrote that. That's awfully wild.
I doubt that that's really him.
Okay.
Somebody using his name.
Howard, Ralph against John is like Tony Curtis against Mike Tyson. John is Hispanic. Need I say more? Ralph is Italian. So he is slightly higher on the evolutionary scale. Whatever that means. A lot of racial stuff. And
but this is what happens when guys get physical.
Right. About an hour ago, Stuttering John and Ralph got into a fight, and Stuttering John woke up Ralph on a couch. Ralph threw a sneaker at John's head, and then John started fighting with him. We got it all on tape, except every other word was the F word. So.
Who this? Rolling. Let's pick up.
And again.
Action, the Merlot Brougham. It's a fine car, but nothing like a Rolls Royce. And you guys are plenty peeved.
Yeah, I don't care about the cars. I just want to fight. That's all. Exactly. Like my daddy said, you out there, James, the poodle, pussy, whatever your name is, Roper. If you a man, be a man. Step up, fight me. You ain't fought nobody.
Your daddy said, what? She talking about the He's talking about the poodle and the
No. It's just a fact. You're growing up. You grow up in the hood. You become a man. If you want to start acting like a man, then you be a man.
Just like my father had told me that when the green grass starts growing, you know, on the other side, then somebody got to cut the lawn.
You know, my father said once, when you laugh and the whole world laughs with you, cry, and I'll give you something to cry about, you little bastard. That's what he said. And you know what that's done to me?
I'm not for sure.
You're a little camera shy, aren't you?
Well, sometimes, but you know, I'm getting the hang of it. Yeah.
Questions, man? Sure. So let me ask you, you hate all blacks.
I didn't say I hated all blacks. All blacks should be in Africa. I don't hate dogs. We don't let dogs vote and live with us.
Suppose you were dying. Like, let's say you were drowning, right?
Yeah.
And a black guy comes out and saves you in the water right before you die. Brings you onto the shore and gives you mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, and you live. Are you gonna like that guy now?
No, I'd rather him leave me alone.
You'd rather die than be saved by a black guy?
Well, it ain't gonna happen. You might as well say, what if the sky falls? I mean, I'm not going to drown, and there ain't no nigger going to come and save me.
All right. Do you have a girlfriend?
I have a wife.
No. Okay. Let me. When did you get married?
1968.
All right. Now let's pretend it was 1966. Okay. Is she the only girl that you've slept with?
Right.
All right. Well, let's say that 1967 you're with a girl, right? And let's say that you found out later on that her father was black. What would you do?
Well, again, what if the sky falls? I'm not going to go with no girl that's got a black father. You know, the Bible says kind after kind.
So who? I'm Puerto Rican. Does that? How does that fit in?
Well, I don't know if you're Puerto Rican or not. I can't tell by looking.
No, are they bad too? Like what?
Yeah, they're bad. They're not bad. They just should stay with other Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico.
So what race should be in America? I'm just curious.
White Americans.
Like how about Italians?
Well, I think some of them are white. All of them I've seen are white.
How about Scandinavians?
I'm not familiar with Scandinavians. I don't know. If they're white, good. If they're not white, let them stay where they're at.
All right.
But this country right now is being flooded with all dark-skinned races. We've got Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, niggers, Vietnamese, all of them dark-skinned flooding into this country. Because they can't survive in their own country. They come in here living off us, and our taxes continue to go up.
Yeah, but a lot of people have made some great inventions and stuff. You don't think, Well, if
they're so great, why couldn't they make it in their own country? Well, niggers in Africa had diamonds squashing up between their toes, but they didn't have enough sense to bend over and pick one of them up before a white man went over and showed them its glitter. So they never invented nothing. Nigger never invented nothing more intelligent than a sharp-pointed stick.
Well, so how do you suggest we remedy the situation?
Well, the perfect solution would be to send them back to Africa, but I don't think we can do that. We're going to end up with a race war. We've got these niggers now, like the one in Milwaukee. The politician claims that if he don't get reelected, he's going to get up on top of a building and start shooting white people. But when they start, white people are going to defend themselves. That's what we're teaching. We're organizing white people to defend themselves when these niggers do attack, and they're going to attack.
Why don't you defend yourself when you're raping your own mother and having children with your mother? That's why you have no brain in your head.
Well, I'm talking
the lay of the land in your people's world is incest. You have no brain.
You just start running your mouth.
No, I am talking about facts. What do you think you do in the hills there? You do more than bake biscuits.
Just like this man is Puerto Rican, I'm Puerto Rican too. They got white,
and you would need our blood to survive.
Okay, so you don't know what
your blood for nothing.
Yeah, when if anything happened to you, you wouldn't take a transfusion.
No, I wouldn't take.
You don't have a brain.
Huh?
I'm gonna tell you.
Obviously, he's got a brain.
Yeah, a brain that does not work. It's warped. You're a very sick person.
Let me give you some intelligence.
And you thank God you're not the majority.
Let me give you some intelligence. I keep telling you, stop saying nigga. You're talking about your mother. All right?
No, garbage is his mother. Nigger is a pleasure.
You want to know why you fear me?
Can I ask you a question? You're a nigger, and I don't even know what he is.
Did your parents?
You want to
hold on. Did your parents?
You fear me, sweetheart. You fear me. You can't even look me in my eye. You can't even look me in my eye. You fear me. You want to know why? That's right. You want to know why you fear me?
Don't get physical.
Because everything about you, your whole everything.
I fear
It's
you.
eclectic
I
from
fear
my
you.
from my people. You
You're right. I
understand me?
fear you because
talking
you're
about white
savage.
America?
Home run
America was
question.
Native
Can I ask one
American
question?
Indians.
Can I ask, did your parents bring you up to hate blacks and is that how you were brought up?
I was brought up separated from niggers. When I went to school, niggers didn't go to school.
No, let me ask him a home run question.
Okay.
Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
Sure, but you
Is
don't.
he the devil?
No.
He is a Hebrew.
No, he's not
yes,
a Jew.
he is a Hebrew.
Jesus Christ.
And skin of copper. Now you tell me what color a copper pig is, baby.
Jesus Christ in the Bible,
Read your
when he was
Bible.
accused of being a Jew, his answer
Not
was...
accused, he was.
If y'all shut up, I'll tell you what the Bible said.
It's hard to
when
shut up.
When the people in the Bible...
You don't realize how very stupid you
when
are.
people in the Bible told Jesus he was a Jew, he said, I am not of this world.
That's right. Meaning he was
You're
a
not of this
power.
world either.
Okay.
Well, maybe not.
No, you're not. And you don't belong to be part of it.
Well, why don't we all shake hands and make up? How do you think? You want to shake my hand?
I'm going to show you I'm more woman than you are.
I'm not going to shake hands with
I have a better
him.
idea. I have a better idea.
Okay,
Kiss my ass.
Will you shake my hand?
That's what you should do.
Oh, all right, there you go. I guess half Puerto Rican's okay.
Well, you look white to me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this don't mean nothing. But
Finally, I'm accepted by somebody.
All right,
listen, thanks a lot, man.
Boy, Ennis called you out and
I'll
you
see you.
fucked up.
All right, guys.
I'm calling you out. All right?
You
I'm
want to know
calling you
something?
out.
Let's agree that
All right.
morons self-destruct.
All right, guys. All right, well, listen.
I spotted the Marauder at a Bill Cosby cocktail mixing class. He offered me a sample. I haven't been able to sit comfortably in months. Oh my.
Mike, you're on the air. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Howard, what is going on? Howard, what is going on here? There's only one person that should be going to answer that, okay? And that should be John. Why are you sending Robin there for?
I'm not sending anybody.
Nobody's sending anybody.
I have nothing to do with this.
Well, I mean, why isn't it that John's going? What are you guys doing to him? Why are you guys trying to keep him down for?
Keep him down. He canceled. He was supposed to go.
He canceled?
Yeah,
That's not what he said when I was on hold.
Because he's an idiot.
He decided not to go. What other possible explanation would there be?
You're trying to keep him down.
What?
You're full of it.
You're
He couldn't
lying.
have possibly
You're
said that.
you're pushing the button on his mic.
What? Oh, he never said that.
Is this John from another room?
I don't know, but I heard you were yelling at him in the hall. That was the talk. I didn't have time to get into it yesterday. I had to leave, but I heard there was a big blowout in the halls.
Well, he
yelled
decides to
at
make
him.
fun of me because I'm trying to clean up his mess. He's laughing about
My
me
mess.
going on the trip because I'm cleaning up for him.
She's so crazy, man. It's
Fine,
she's
fine.
so not cured. It's so sad.
You are such a. I don't even want to talk about what a scummy individual he is.
Tell me about this, Robin. I need to know. It sounds like a
He
good story.
wanted nothing more than to be involved with Heineken. Oh, Heineken. Why can't I be Heineken's person? Why doesn't Heineken recognize me?
Right.
So finally, somehow or other, he winds up at a lunch with the Heineken people, with Gary, and
Right.
that's where this trip evolved from.
So John...
John was the impetus
There was
for
never
this
going to be a
whole
trip.
thing.
No. That's not true. They offered the trip as
But
one of the things.
it came out of that lunch.
So what?
And it was to you and
I
Gary.
decided I didn't want to go, but I don't know why me and you are now connected at this
You were
Heineken
involved
thing.
in it for how many months did you tell him you were going?
I thought I was going up until a month and a half out, which was enough time for them to, not. They didn't book me a flight. I didn't cost me money.
Well, wait a second. So I don't understand something. So you feel
then
you're taking the trip...
John backed out of the trip,
Right.
and the people at the station, for some reason or other, were running around trying to replace him in the trip. They wanted someone else to go.
Right.
Well, you're not a valid
Do you not
replacement.
want to go?
You
I know, this is what I
are a
understand.
piece of crap,
Hey, Howard.
and you don't even belong on John's shoe, and he's a piece of crap.
Hey, Howard, since when...
Wait a second. Wait. I don't understand.
Howard, I have never heard Robin talk about Heineken in my life. I've never heard her even, and I've never heard anybody mention
Well, maybe if I
Heineken
go, I
bottle.
will be
John
able to talk
sleeps
about
with
it, you
Heineken
don't.
bottle.
I know.
Robin, are you... Well, so she can visit the brewery and report back better than John could. Are you saying...
I would rather take John's word than Robin's word, because Robin sugarcoats everything for her own pleasure.
All right, well, 1 second. You have your agenda,
You're
but I want to understand something. So John backs out of the Heineken trip.
Mm-hmm.
You felt you had to say yes to Heineken?
No, I didn't feel I had to say yes, but it sort of worked out that there was some interest from the people in my life to go, so I said, okay, I'll go.
Are you upset that you have to go?
It's not something I was planning to do, but I certainly don't want to be ridiculed by John for doing it.
So you're upset with him because he ridiculed you?
Yeah, that was the only time I said anything to him.
You know what?
That sounds like some great trip.
Did you ridicule Robin?
We were all sitting around goofing because she got this itinerary.
No, we weren't doing anything.
It wasn't only me. It wasn't only me.
I heard Robin got the itinerary.
Yes.
And was upset that it was a little too jam-packed.
That was one of the reasons why I didn't want to go. I just knew it was going to be a big appearance for 3 days.
All right.
So, out of my vacation, and I didn't want to like.
So Robin's upset about it, so you goof on her?
No,
I wasn't
she had a
upset
long
about
itinerary,
it.
which is one of the things I said.
He was goofing on the fact, sounds like a great trip. And I said, get out of my face, you stupid asshole.
You said that.
Yes.
I missed
I said
it.
something much worse than that, actually.
I missed it.
No, you missed the real fireworks, Howard. She came into...
But she's right. I see the way you explained it to me. Because he came running in.
I'm going to tell on you is what he said to me.
Right. He says to me, Robin, he changes the whole story.
Of course he does.
Yes, you did.
Because he wants you to think that I'm crazy.
Robin's so upset that her itinerary is so busy and packed up.
No, that's not what I said.
That this is what you said.
No, I'll tell you what I said.
I heard you.
I said she's blaming me because she's going to Heineken.
Yeah, but that's not what she's saying.
That's what she said in the office.
She's blaming you that you're ridiculing her.
You missed what she said in the office.
I'm blaming you that you created this thing. The station's running around trying to replace you. You make a mess, and they feel responsible, and they want to somehow fix it. So I'm doing it, and then you ridicule me for
That's
it.
a different story than what you told me, John.
Wait a second. I'm laughing because...
Wait a second!
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing at her?
I'm laughing.
She's doing you a favor.
Because before she agreed to go...
No, nobody does anything for John. John is the most important human being on earth. In fact, the reason he turned down this trip, Heineken's never done anything for me.
That's not why I'm...
That's exactly what you said.
You know what? You are really crazy. You got to go back to
said it, John.
You got to go back to therapy.
You said it.
No, I didn't.
Don't sit there and pull the therapy card, Mr.
Seriously
Mr. Pharmaco-medicated.
No, I'm not medicated
with your
anymore.
Own pharmacist.
No, I'm not.
Didn't you have a pharmacist
Robin,
on staff
no, I
for
don't.
you so that you could get your Luvox and whatever the hell else you've taken?
Xanax. And Robin, let's face it, the display of anger that you showed to the interns and everyone. People were scared by your tirade. And by the way, Howard,
to you.
When she was in there, she's saying, "I'm doing this trip for you." Like somehow she's suddenly doing me a favor.
Here he goes again.
No.
I said,
Here's
don't
what
you
I
dare ridicule me for having to clean up your mess.
Yeah, like you're doing
MFer. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, and she used the F word. You did. And you called me a mother effer.
That's right.
And Robin, you're not doing me any favors by doing a
nobody
Heineken
does
trip.
you any favors. This station doesn't pay you. Heineken's never done anything for you. You're the responsible for everything around
I'm the biggest Heineken supporter going. I've never received anything ever for saying how much I love Heineken.
Why should you?
I'm not saying I should, but
now you're the guy who goes around saying Jackie used to get things from Heineken.
Yeah,
I want to get in with them.
I would love to get in with them, but if this burned the bridge with Heineken, then fine, so be it. I'm still going to drink it.
Right. All right.
But I still find it funny.
It's not funny because she's going.
Yeah.
You're not. So what are you going to sit there and goof on her about it for?
You should just keep your mouth shut. Somebody else might have
God forbid
something to say.
make fun of you, Robin.
Somebody else
you
might have
sit there and make fun of everybody on this show.
Keep your stupid mouth
God
shut.
forbid somebody finds your life funny.
Stupid mouth.
King
of the
You could say everything you can to everybody else. You could ridicule everybody you want, but God forbid somebody ridicules you. God forbid somebody ridicules your life.
You can ridicule me for what I do.
Yeah, well, you're going.
But don't ridicule me for what I do for you,
It sounds to me you're mad at X because X wants to go, and then you're probably mad at him too.
Shut up.
Now, look, you can't be made fun of, and it is going to be funny while you're doing your 12th appearance with Gary.
Right.
I'm going to be laughing my ass off.
You know what? I wish I could crap in your mouth.
I'm going to be laughing my ass.
I wish I could see that.
You make me sick.
Right.
I'm going to be laughing my ass.
Yes.
Right. Good. I hope you enjoy yourself. Don't
8
call
o'clock
me
brunch.
anymore when you.
I don't know, Howard. It sounds to me like the fat Robin was a lot jollier.
And you don't know what Howard will think of it. Don't call my number.
I didn't call your number.
I said don't call my number the
When
next
did I
time.
call your number?
You
You're not
don't
listening.
call me, John, and ask me what should I do now?
Yeah, you already brought that up when you weren't supposed to.
What?
You already brought that up. Remember you said that I said to you that.
What?
What? You know what? Obviously, nothing's confidential with you anyway.
What?
So I kept your secrets for years.
And I haven't kept any secrets of yours. I don't have any right now.
You probably do. But you just like start throwing them out?
I didn't say anything about throwing anything out. I simply said don't call me the next time you screw up and don't know what Howard will think.
You know, I won't, because you're actually obviously hanging it over my head because I made fun of your Heineken itinerary.
I'm simply
it's
saying
so important.
You
it
make
was so
me
important.
sick, and
by
I'm
the way,
tired of you
and by the way, Robin,
and all of your problems.
I wasn't the only one laughing about your Heineken itinerary.
I didn't have a problem with anybody else.
It's just
that
me.
You do it when I'm doing this because of you.
You were laughing
I didn't
too.
say when you said I don't want to go to Heineken, I'll do it.
You were laughing about it too. You were laughing about it.
Just get off my... John, just don't even be in my space, okay?
I'm not. You're behind...
Get out of my face.
You're behind the glass.
You're still in my face. Get out of my face.
Well, let me say...
I can't even stand to look at him, and I hadn't said anything about it until then.
Right.
What do you mean you were yelling at me?
I said I hadn't said... you know what? I can't stand how dense he is.
Listen.
I have been pissed about it since you turned them
Howard,
down.
see, now, I'm
but I
gonna be-
never said
Howard.
anything because it's none of my business.
Is it normal
But
that
when
I'm
you laugh
responsible
at
for her going to Heineken?
No, that's
And
not what she's saying.
ridiculous.
She's not saying you're responsible. She's saying you turned down the Heineken trip.
Yes.
Robin would never even be involved in any of this. She didn't go to any lunch. She did. All right. You turned
And
down
my
the
wife
Heineken
didn't
trip.
want to go to.
It set off a chain reaction where Heineken felt spurned. And Heineken is a dear sponsor of ours.
Wait, Howard,
that
before you say
pays
that,
our bills.
I spoke to Tom about it. I said, listen.
No.
I just
You
want you to
don't
know.
listen. You asked me for an interpretation.
I just want you to know the facts.
I know what happened. I know you turned down the trip, and I know that...
I cleared it with Tom.
I know you did. You did all the right things.
All right.
And guess who came to me and offered me the trip?
Yeah, because they're just offering you a trip. They're not saying you have to go.
They didn't offer me this trip because they needed it. Or, I mean, they didn't need it. They wouldn't have been looking for anybody. If it was okay that you dropped the trip, they would have gone on and just sent Gary. But they were looking for somebody else.
They had somebody else they could bring. So they could come back and report on Gary. There's other people who want to go.
Please.
You didn't have to go.
Yeah, Brian could have gone.
Maybe Benji would have went.
Yeah,
Well,
that makes a big difference.
All right, listen. Well, I don't think you're upset that you're going on the trip.
No.
I don't think you're upset
I
that...
just don't want John goofing on it.
You're upset that he goofs on you.
Yeah, because it's all about him. I'm not even in this if it's not for him.
In other words, this came about out of your lunch. Just listen to my
Yeah, I got
explanation.
you, I got
This
you.
came about as of your luncheon.
I don't even know why you would try to explain it to him.
So then...
It doesn't matter.
So it's just fun. So then, because he doesn't get it anyway.
He's a blockhead. You're talking to a wall.
It came
a wall
about.
with
made a few jokes.
Listen to me. It came about because of you.
Yeah.
So now that she's having a problem with her itinerary and stuff,
I
she
didn't even
doesn't
have a problem with the itinerary.
perceive that
No,
problem.
she was complaining about the itinerary.
Here we go.
So the point is that you come in and just to compound it, you're the guy. You're the reason this
And it
all
wasn't
started.
even on the air, Howard. This
Right,
was
off
in
the air.
room when we're doing commercials and we're not even on the air.
So
this is a personal goof.
So instead of just like kind of sitting there and not even really being part of it, you have to insert yourself and begin the goofing process. When someone's stressed out, you start the goofing process and ignite a fire under her ass.
That's a great premise.
It
If
had
she was-
nothing to do
if she
with
was- if she was
it
pissed
had
off, she was
nothing to
laughing
do
too.
with stressed out. I simply don't. I wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for John. So the nerve of him to go,
Well,
ha ha ha! You're going
again,
on a rotten trip that I
Howard,
created.
but here's the
Right.
falsity. It wasn't the trip's not because of me.
No. She wants to go on the trip.
But I
She's
didn't-
saying it all came about because of you. Thank you. Wonderful. She's going to Amsterdam. But to have you goof on the quality of the trip is unsettling because, A, it came about because of your
It's
interest.
your trip.
It's your trip. And she is doing this because she doesn't need a free trip. She's doing it because also Heineken is our sponsor.
Well, I've been pretty. I mean, what do you mean? I mean, so she's saving the sponsors. She's
No,
saving
well, she is in a sense, yes. She's doing something good.
You know, well, I haven't. I don't talk about Heineken every single.
Doesn't matter. I'm saying she didn't want to be goofed on by you. Sometimes you don't read the situation.
Okay, she doesn't want to be goofed on.
That's all she said.
I got you.
That's it. But you're gonna then you start fighting.
I didn't even know she was mad,
He
Howard.
doesn't start fighting. He runs in. I'm going to tell
Howard, I didn't know she was mad. She came into the office screaming. The interns were scared.
The interns. Don't worry. John, stop pretending that you care about anybody else. This is about you.
The whole buzz was she came into the office and was screaming
They
at me.
enjoyed me screaming at you. This is about you.
No, it was just very shocking.
Nobody's scared. Everybody's here
Okay,
today.
but I didn't know, Howard, that she was mad at me until that moment.
Well, how else would you know? Somebody has to tell you, you dope, because you're stupid as
Look
crap.
at all the insults you're throwing at me. It's unbelievable.
Well, John, this is the
because
only
I
thing
laugh?
this is the only thing that gets through to you, evidently. You don't
know what,
listen to
Howard?
her.
Guess
She
what?
said back off.
Guess what? I'm not going to stop laughing at something that was funny, and it was funny. So what, I should not laugh.
Yeah, it would be funny to you that you crapped on a sponsor, and I'm
I didn't
cleaning up your
crap
mess.
on
That's
a
very funny.
You, I crapped on a sponsor. I turned down a free trip. I crapped on them.
That's absolutely hysterical.
I turned down a free trip. I crapped on them.
Absolutely hysterical.
God, it's amazing. You're crazy.
All right.
You can't laugh at Robin.
It's not about me, John. It's simply that when you make a mess of something and somebody's cleaning
You know what, really,
up for
Howard, if you were a psychologist, what it really comes down to is she doesn't want to go, and now she's lashing out at me because of it.
Yes, I'm going to point that out to you.
Analyze it. If you were her therapist, analyze it. She doesn't want to go, and she's mad at me because I turned it down. That's what it really comes down to. You're missing the point.
No.
If you were a therapist, it's more than just goofing on her.
First of all, you keep saying therapist. You're on medication.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Not right today.
I haven't been on medication in a year.
Why do you have to keep calling her crazy?
As if it doesn't matter. That he never
This is
took
crazy
it.
behavior.
Why do you have to call someone crazy? Why don't you just say, you know what? I understand you don't want to be goofed on about your trip. That's
Howard, if she came up to me in a normal manner and pulled me aside and said, "I don't know, people don't hate me."
Yeah, there are two people who
we
voted
just did
that
the
they
poll.
hate you.
No, Scott was kidding. There was
Two
one
people
person
voted.
Yeah.
No, Scott was
my
kidding.
God,
Scott's
Scott
my
had
friend.
To say he was kidding.
Bull
Scott
crap.
wasn't kidding.
No, yes, he was kidding.
Scott
he totally
does
was
hate
kidding.
you.
Didn't tell me that.
Say it.
Well, that's what he told me. And big.
And another person wouldn't even confront you. They hate you so much.
Yeah, because I don't know them. I don't know them. Whoever it was.
What do you mean you don't know them? You don't know who it is. How do you know you don't know them?
Because any friend I have, it wasn't.
John, you don't know who it was. It could have been a so-called friend.
And he's calling me crazy. Look at the logic.
All right, so one person in the office doesn't like me. I should kill myself, Robin.
I didn't
I'm
say
sure if we
that.
took the poll on you,
I didn't say that. I'm just saying this is exactly why.
If we took the poll on you, it would be at least
This
one.
is
In fact,
exactly
if we
why
took
they
all the
hate
old
you.
interns that we hear, there'd be about 12 to 13
Yeah, your
people
argument
who don't
is
like
Robin's
you.
crazy. Mr. What did he take? Xanax? What are these other things he's
Could you
taking?
believe this? If we took a poll on people who
Oh,
like you,
go count
are you
some
kidding
more.
me? Are you
Go
kidding
count
me? The
some
amount of
more
people you've
before you
yelled
get
at.
your
Why are you now arguing over who likes who better?
Because I didn't bring it up. She brought it up.
The point is.
Yeah.
You turned down a trip.
Yeah.
The trip became available. Robin's not complaining about getting the trip. She's
never
thrilled
was.
to go.
She's thrilled to go.
When the itinerary comes back, or whatever, if something was bothering her about the trip, you're there to laugh at her. It bothers her because you're the reason this whole Heineken thing came.
I had lunch with Robin.
He doesn't understand. This is specifically about him. Specifically about him.
You get under
and
her
then
skin.
he's going to say, "Oh, it's only me.
Now,
I can't
Howard, can I
goof
just say
on
this?
you." No,
Howard.
you can't goof when you cause me a problem.
When Robin and I had lunch, talked about this Heineken thing, I said one of the reasons why I don't want to do it is the itineraries. I know it's going to be a big itinerary. Right? So when she came up and complained about the itinerary, it was funny because that was one of the things that I said to her I wouldn't go. I laughed. We made a joke or two.
But you know it sets her off.
But she was laughing.
It doesn't set me off.
She was
He goofs on
jovial
me
about
all the
it.
time. It's no big deal. It's simply that this is his trip.
It's not my trip.
I'm taking it for him. And then he says, "Ha ha ha! Sounds like it's going to be great."
But we were kidding.
We weren't doing anything. You were doing something.
There was a few people laughing about it.
I wasn't talking about them. I'm talking about you. I have no problem with anybody else doing whatever they want to do because they had nothing to do with this. If they want to laugh, that's fine. You, I have a problem with because you don't care how we get paid, what goes on around here.
Oh, God.
You just
Nobody talks about Heineken more than me, Robin.
Things,
Get
doing
outta
whatever
here.
you want to do.
You see, you don't understand. When you accept a trip from Heineken, and then you turn it down, whether you know it or not, it is a perceived slap in the face to Heineken.
Well, if
why
Heineken-
even get
Well,
started?
but you're not even listening.
But why get started with Heineken in the first place? Because you want what Jackie had, whatever Jackie had. God only knows what Jackie was up to, Mr. Public Relations. You have this thing. I want what Jackie had.
I would love to be
so
a
they give you
spokesperson for
okay.
Heineken.
So you set up a trip
because I drink it.
So you set up a trip.
Yeah.
When you undo the trip, whether it's okay with Tom or anyone else, Heineken sees it as like, gee, we feel like schmucks. Now you don't see that.
Right. It's
all right, John. You throw.
silly.
Let me give it to you on terms so you can understand in your life.
Yeah.
Let me explain it to you.
No,
you decide to have a party.
Yeah.
And 5 people tell you they're not coming.
Yeah.
You take that as an insult.
Not really.
Yes, you
it
do.
does.
You can't get
If it was
over
Artie,
it.
maybe.
Yeah, but you're not understanding.
Yeah.
You take it as an insult. You don't think Heineken has feelings? The people who work at Heineken?
Guess what, Howard? If you want to really be honest about it, when I had that lunch with Heineken, and I said, well, I talk about Heineken all the time. They go, really? We didn't know that.
So what does that got to do with
it's not like they even know I even care, drink or
no,
anything.
but you are there, you're promoting yourself as a big Heineken drinker, that you talk about them on the commercial. They go, wow, you seem like a good guy.
So my wife didn't want to go.
Right.
So, and then, okay, then...
No, you accepted the trip.
Yeah.
And then your wife decides she doesn't want to go, and you decided you didn't want to go.
Yes.
And then the uncomfortable call has to be made by a salesperson, we're turning down the trip.
No, Gary's still always going.
No, well, I'm not talking about Gary. I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
So now what's turned into a goodwill mission now turns into someone having to call and say, hey, we don't want your trip.
Yeah.
It's like you having a party. I don't want to come to your party. You take it as like, hey, you don't like me.
Well, if that's the case, I turn down plenty of appearances all the time for our sponsors.
But that's different. You accepted it first, and then you turned it down.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, fine. Their feelings were hurt. So people go around and say, let's go find someone else. Robin hears about it, is interested in doing it. She goes and does it. But this is a trip set into motion by you at your lunch. Do you understand that?
Well, but it wasn't my idea.
So then she's back in the office, and she's, whatever, rushing around, itinerary, whatever. It's, and you come in and go, I told you that trip's going to suck. And then, boom, there's an electric explosion.
No, it wasn't. It was a delayed reaction.
Yeah,
I said,
it was
you know
delayed,
what?
Howard. She was
I'm
laughing.
going to save this because I'm busy right now, but I'm going to tell him how much he pisses me off since he's
But
now
not in a normal
put
way.
himself in
But
my
not
face.
like a sane person. Pull me
I don't have
aside
to be sane
and
with
talk
you. Why
to me.
should I have to be sane with you? You're a jackass, so I have to treat you well.
All right. Okay, Robin. So it's okay to just go and scream and tap your lungs in front of
I have to treat you well because you're a jackass.
cursing and yelling in front of like everyone in the office.
And how you care about how I treated you.
And by the way,
do you care how you treat Heineken or anyone else?
Yeah, of course I care about
Screw
Heineken.
you and how you feel.
Nobody talks about Heineken more than me.
Screw you and how you feel.
When we were all kidding around.
You need a Heineken.
When we were all, I do.
All right, I gotta go now.
When we were all kidding around, she was laughing too. Nobody knew it was. If I thought it was bothering, I would have stopped.
It's you. It's not anybody else. I don't mind anybody but you.
If I thought it bothered you, I would have stopped.
Screw you, John. Like I said, I know that you don't care about anybody but yourself.
Okay,
it doesn't bother me,
talking,
and that's
Mrs.
why I said it the way I did.
Please.
If you were a decent human being, I would have
right.
approached you in a different way.
Tim, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yo, John, man, why don't you shut the F up? Your voice is piercing in my brain, man.
You see? You see how you're rubbing people the wrong way?
It's driving me crazy. I'm laying here trying to listen and enjoy the show like I do every morning, and it's making me insane.
And I had all kinds of things planned. I did. I really did. Mike, you're on the air.
Yeah, what's up, Howard? Hey, John, man, you better take a chill pill, bro. Mr. X is going to come up there and kick your ass and keep messing with Robin.
Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
David, you're on the air. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just trying to get to everyone. Go ahead, David.
Hey, hello. Yeah, I just wanted to say that was the longest Heineken commercial I've ever heard.
Well, there you go.
And I love Heineken.
It brings people together.
Listen, Robin and John, I think Heineken, you should maybe just open up a nice cold Heineken and
You know what?
maybe.
If I have to open a Heineken right now, I'd break it on John's head.
Andrew, go.
That's how normal you are.
Please.
Normal. You know what? If you're the purveyor of what's normal, I'd rather not
I'm
be.
not the one saying I'm cured.
I'd rather not
I'm
be.
not saying I'm
I'd
cured,
rather
Robin. You
not
are
be,
so
John.
far from
I'd rather
cured,
not be.
sweetheart.
That I'm a completely appropriate person and take my anger
That's
out where it
appropriate?
belongs.
That's appropriate?
Yes, I was
Okay.
I was that angry at you.
Andrew.
So it's appropriate that you get it.
Howard.
Yes,
Big
you're.
fan. Hey, don't you think Heineken is secretly happy to get an upscale black woman instead of a white trash guy who can't pronounce the name of the product?
There you go.
I love Heineken.
All right, thank you. Cooley, you're on the air. Heineken. Cooley.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Listen, I got to defend John. I think Robin's getting a little out of whack here. I think, she's going off the edge here. Robin, you've known John for how many years?
You're
I've
what?
known him way too long.
But you know what kind of stuff he's
Way
gonna pull.
too long. He's
Listen,
finally
you got-
gotten on my nerves. You're right. I should have
You put
noticed
too much-
this a
you put
lot
too much
sooner.
pepper in your coffee. Listen.
Too much
the thing
pepper
is-
in your drink? Is it
Whatever the hell
possible
it
there's
is.
too much pepper in the drink? I don't
you
think
know
it's
John
that.
for how many years? You know what he's going to do. You got to be prepared for it.
You know,
You're
That's the way
right.
it is.
You're absolutely
You know,
right.
Robin, after years of taking care of your cats and parking your
Years.
car and
You took care of my cats
delivering your
once.
Nutrisystem, I can't believe.
Oh, please.
Well, now, you see what you're doing? You're trying to...
Listen
I'm trying to...
She could rack up a few things she's done for you.
Listen to the BS.
All right,
Yeah,
Mike,
well,
go
we
ahead.
both do things for each other.
Mike, you're on the air.
John's doing nothing but rationalizing. Robin, stand up. You're definitely a good person. You guys should dump this faggot from the show.
I'm not a faggot.
You're a faggot. You're nothing but a grease ball. You should get a haircut and join the army or something.
I got a haircut.
Keith, you're on the air.
Howard, I will come down there and pay you whatever you want if I can punch John right in the mouth.
I'll tell you what.
I don't care. I'll take.
Why don't you try it? Come down here and try it, and then I'll just kick your ass.
You ain't gonna do nothing. I'll knock the stutter out of you.
How much you want to bet?
Gabby, that's for sure.
I'll tell you what. $1,000, I'll fight you.
All right, Kevin, you're on the air.
Yes, I just wanted to say that this was a lot better than the fireworks display I saw last night. Thanks a lot. Great.
All right. Well, I hear your pain, Robin.
There's no pain. He's out of my life. You have him now.
You're throwing him on me.
Because I laughed
You have him
because
now.
I laughed at
Don't
your
worry about
itinerary.
it, John.
That's fine. I'm out of your life. I don't care. If that's the kind of friend you are, if that's the kind of friend you are, that's
out
fine.
of their lives. Don't argue with them about it.
It's
over.
If that's the kind of friend you are, that's fine.
But why do you have to attack her? She's been a good friend to you. You feel you've been a good friend to her?
You decided to bring it up again today.
I thought we were close friends. I didn't bring it up.
Rationalization.
How did I bring it up?
You sat here with your same stupid rationalization. You never try to hear what people are saying to you, so you're gone.
Oh,
goodbye.
Fine. This is. I didn't know our friendship was based on such a thin premise. All right,
Scott,
fine.
you're on the air.
Can't laugh at Robin.
You can laugh all you want to now.
Well, then I
want to
chose the
hear
wrong
it.
time, obviously.
You can laugh all you want to.
Yes, Freddie, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
I want to tell you, I can tell why Robin has been alone all her life, man. She's got a bad attitude.
You're
know?
right.
I agree.
She's talking down to John.
He is to be talked down.
Yeah, of course.
Nah, but you
Such
know,
a bad person.
they are
You
good
are.
friends.
I'm glad you're finally seeing it.
I know I'm not.
glad you're admitting
They're good friends, and you know, I know something. She did a little name calling there. I think she could use about 6 months of anger management.
I think
you know?
so too.
Well,
She was appropriate.
right.
She wasn't all that appropriate.
I've never punched anybody in the face.
Who's I punching?
Yeah, well, you know
Joe,
what?
you never hit anybody in a bar.
Yeah, well,
They hit me,
still
maybe.
come off like
Yeah,
like
right.
you want to hit him, though. That's for sure.
I'm not hitting him, though, am I?
Yeah, you sure sound like you
will,
wanted to
soon.
hit him.
I
You
am
wasn't
not
on the
hitting
air.
him. No, he's gone. I have
That's
no
fine,
problem with
Robin.
that.
Guess what? You're
Let
gone
me ask
too.
you a question,
You're
Robin.
gone too. So what?
When you see him,
I've lost a
cares?
lot, John. That's a big blow to my life.
Robin, when you see him in the hall, you won't even see him, you're saying.
I don't see him now. I don't,
You don't.
hear him.
You don't
I'm
see
sort
him.
of doing this for the show, but he's gone.
Right. In other words, you're expressing even your viewpoint.
Right. He's gone.
I see. Yes, Chris. Chris? Hi.
Hey,
Hi.
Howard, John's an idiot. Plain and simple, that's all there is to it. If I owned a business and I put him on, did anything for him, and he did that, it'd be a
Did what? I laughed at.
John.
It's ridiculous.
John, I explained it to you.
I understand what you're saying.
You might
I
have
understand.
said to her, said, you know
But
what,
in the
I was
moment,
insensitive. So, I mean, you were.
But in the moment,
you're goofing
Howard,
on a trip that you
she
created.
was laughing too. No one thought it was upsetting her.
No one. This is not about anyone. It's
Why do you take the part?
I didn't think she was upset.
She's upset.
I didn't think she was upset.
Do you understand any reason why she's upset? No. You're not going to understand.
I understand that she's upset.
You created a trip. Even
I
though
didn't create
she
a trip.
took it willingly. Yes, she wants to go to Amsterdam. But you created this trip. And why does she need to be goofed on about her vacation?
I didn't know that she was going to be upset, Howard. We were all. I thought she wanted to go.
She does.
Right.
She's not saying she doesn't want.
No, but he's acting as if this was my idea now.
Well, I was shocked that she was going when somebody told me she was going. I was like, "Really, Robin's?" I didn't know she was. I didn't know she wanted to go, but I assumed then that
I didn't know
Robin
she wanted to go. See, this is the stupid blunder of having him here. He is a dope.
Robin never does anything she doesn't want to do, right, Howard? I mean,
Right, Robin doesn't.
No.
And that's why you're out of my life.
Unbelievable.
Because I don't need this anymore.
Will?
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
Hey, how you doing?
I just wanted to tell Artie to make riddle rules.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, by the way, Artie is hiding in the corner.
Yeah, that's why I'm calling, because
Yeah.
nobody's talking to him. He's
No.
left out of the conversation.
Artie's nowhere near a microphone.
He doesn't like to get involved in the squabbles.
Are you kidding me? This is the most fantastic entertainment I've ever had.
He's just sitting back enjoying.
Where am I going to add to this?
I'm just thinking.
With a sandwich and a Coke.
I'm just thinking if this goes on 3 more hours, I'll just be on vacation. I would listen to this all morning.
I would only ruin this. I'm
Right.
shutting up.
I want to ask you a question, though. You're going on this trip, though, because you want to.
Because when it was presented to me, it looked like it was very important to the station and to this sponsor. So that's why I'm doing it.
Oh, okay. So you're not really that thrilled about going?
It wasn't something I would be doing under other circumstances.
You would have been doing something else.
I would have been doing something else.
See, that's what John doesn't believe, because he wouldn't do that.
John, I don't care what John believes. John believes whatever's convenient for him, so that he can sit in his little world.
So
as if he never does anything, and nothing that he does has consequences.
So now I'm responsible
and
for
he
your
can sit there and be totally.
I'm responsible for your trip.
See, he's not responsible.
Oh, God.
We know you're not responsible, John.
You know what, Robin? They offered you the trip. You could have said no. You didn't have to go. There's other people that were in line. You didn't have to go. You chose to go. Don't blame it on me that you chose to go. You're so wrong for blaming it on me that you chose to go.
Where was the line? It never would have gotten to me if there was a line.
And you were happy about going up until yesterday.
You know what? I've never talked to you about this trip, so how would you know that?
Because I heard you and Gary talking. How would you know that? I heard you and Gary talking.
I'm trying to have some fun with Gary. Is that
all right? So it sounded like you were happy.
You're not supposed to be over listening in on my conversations.
How could you not hear you? I can hear you from 1,000 miles away.
Deciding what they mean. Deciding what they mean.
Let's just say you sounded happy about going.
Deciding what they mean. I am not talking to you about it, am I?
Here's a woman, Howard, who doesn't do appearances, is suddenly now going to do an appearance for a sponsor because of the good of the station. Give me a break, Robin. I do more appearances. I do more appearances for the sponsors of the station.
Excuse me, Howard. I never do anything for anybody.
No,
that's right.
For sponsors in this station, I do plenty of appearances.
But you get paid.
Not all the time. I do a lot of free appearances.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
When do you do free appearances?
I got one coming up.
No. That's not. See. I'm not gonna pick on you, but you're off base. It's not a free appearance.
Gary, there have been some that I've done.
And I'll tell you why. John's got a deal because he's got a midday show.
Right.
That is part of his payment. As most jocks and most stations, this is the way it works around the country. You have to do for the station X amount of appearances a year.
Yeah,
John says that's free.
It's free. I'm not getting paid for them.
It's part of his job.
All right, but that's not even what I'm talking. There are some times that a sponsor will ask you to do things, and I do it, Gary. I don't always get paid.
Like what?
Plenty of things.
Name one.
All right, I did a thing for the. I don't want to say the name. Should I say the name? I think it was a movie company. I did something for.
What'd you do?
What'd you do?
Went and did this whole thing at a theater where I did the tell jokes. You remember that whole thing?
No, but see, that's where you're off. That was one of the ones you were owed by the station.
Yeah, well, I'm not getting paid for it.
But you
agreed to do it as a part of your compensation.
I got you. Okay.
You don't do anything for free.
See, he doesn't even understand.
There have been free appearances, but I can't think of them. I can't think of them. There have been times where I've shown up.
Right, he can't think of them.
Yeah.
One of the things about you is you don't.
I'm going to come up with one. I promise. Give me a little time.
You don't do a lot of stuff for free, and there's nothing wrong with that.
He can't even figure out what they are.
There's nothing wrong with that, but you don't do stuff for free. It's just not. You just like to do.
I have done stuff for free. I have.
Well, why would you?
Why do you do it for free?
I once did a golf thing for one of the clients that I wasn't getting paid for. That I spent 6 hours out there golfing
because you wanted to golf.
No, but I did it.
I know you.
I did it to be nice and do it. So there you go. There's my free appearance.
Lie it if you want.
That's not a lie. I spent 6 hours.
If you want. He must have gotten something.
No, I didn't.
That's the only way.
I got a couple of beers free.
There you go.
That's all you need to pay you sometimes.
Jeff, you're on the air.
That
wasn't me laughing,
Cleveland,
sweetheart.
It's plain as day that these two have been having an affair for the past however many years.
You know what? She
now
can hate me, but she's always been a good friend of mine. And it's a shame. I didn't know that she was getting upset by the. I really had no idea, Howard. And then if she would have just said, John, please, it's bothering me.
I don't need to say it the way you.
No, you'd
like,
rather go to an office and yell at me.
That's right. That's what I wanted to do.
That's
what I felt like doing that day. I wanted to yell at you.
There you go.
You didn't want to go on the Heineken trip, and you didn't. I wanted to yell at you.
Bob, you're on the air. Fascinating.
Howard, big fan. This is the problem. It's very, very simple. Robin doesn't want to go on the trip, but she can't admit that on the air because Heineken's a big sponsor. Everybody understands that.
No, she wants to go.
That's what I thought.
But she does. But that's
nobody asked you to
I
think
thought you
anything.
can't hear me. I thought you can't hear me.
Please stop thinking. I hate it when you think.
Danny, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Listen, John's been, he's over the course of the years, all he ever does is think about himself. Robin's totally right. It's true. All you ever do is think about yourself.
All right.
It's true. Robin
well,
is
let's
totally
drop
right.
For now on the air, and Hope that when we get back in 2 weeks, the anger is still there between the two of you, and we can listen some more.
Well, see, Howard, here's the problem.
Anger. I'm
Howard,
done.
You're done.
Do you understand what happens? If she has a great time, that'll be fine.
Right.
If she has a bad time,
It has
which I
nothing to
anticipate
do
her
with you,
having
John.
anyway,
It has nothing to do with
then
you.
she's going to come back,
It has
and now
nothing
I'm
to do
solely
with
to blame for her bad
It
time,
has
which is so
nothing to do
unfair.
with you. It has nothing. Oh my God! Please don't talk about
It's
what's
unfair.
fair and unfair to you.
You do what you want to do.
Here's the key. You ready? If she has a horrible time,
she shouldn't blame me.
No. Wrong answer. You should say, listen to me. If she has a horrible time, you don't have to say, I told you it would be bad.
No, I'll say.
Look at me.
Go ahead.
Listen again. Here's what you hear. Here's where you dig into
Tell me
people
what
like
to say.
a maggot.
Go ahead.
Not what to say, what not to say. I just said. You don't go, I told you it would suck. That's it. That's it. That's the whole argument. In a
You got it. I won't. But
Don't worry.
It doesn't matter.
He
doesn't
can
matter.
say anything he wants. I will no longer listen.
Good for you. Now there's. All right, I got to go. I got
John,
so much to talk about.
That would be what not to say if you were in Robin's life.
Yes. But since I'm not, it doesn't matter.
But you're not.
All right, we have to take a break.
Thank you for summing it up.
Exactly. That's what I got out of this, and this was brilliant.
Yes, Jeff, what is it?
Yeah, everyone's avoiding the real issue. Robin hates men. She's always hated John. She hates Gary. She even hates you, Howard, but you're her boss, so she can't badmouth you on the air.
I'm not her boss. I'm not. Am I your boss?
No.
Do you think of me as a boss?
Absolutely.
Howard, Robin's laughed at all of our misery throughout the years.
Robin,
I don't know
I
why
don't create
suddenly.
it and then laugh at it. I don't create it and then
Oh,
laugh
there are
at it.
times where I'll tell you something, Combs, you come out and say it and then laugh
I didn't
at me.
create what you told me.
This is a childhood issue. She's venting her frustration on men, and her targets are John and Gary.
John and Gary?
Oh, come on.
What does Gary have to do with this?
You've hated Gary for a long time.
Please.
Come
Wait
on.
a second. Dr. Pergola is on the air.
Thank you.
Thank
Get
you,
a real
finally.
doctor.
All right, Dr. Pergola. Are you a real doctor?
Yes, I am, Howard. How are you?
All right, what is your practice?
How are you? I'm a clinical psychologist.
Okay.
And what I'm hearing here is the fact that Robin has some deep issues. She is very, very defensive. She's very guarded.
I'm defensive. I got a guy over here attacking me.
I laughed.
Actually,
Attacking me today with his, she's not cured, she's mental.
Robin, your claws to get away from
Doctor, you need to go back to school. I can see that your training wasn't very good.
Dr.
Pergola.
You're doing it with me, Robin. Robin, you're
Your
doing...
training was not very good.
Listen, actually, Howard, I'm really not a doctor, but I want to ask Robin. Robin, your picture's on the Long Island Expressway. Did you know
Did
that?
you see this, Howard?
No.
It's not her picture,
It
dude.
is her
It's
picture.
not her.
Robin, are you in a TV show?
Yes, that's me.
No, Howard, it's a Lifetime channel. Billboard. I checked it out today to make sure because this guy called yesterday. It's so not Robin, but
It is Robin,
he believes
John.
it is. It's not Robin.
Jay, you're on the air. You have the final word, and then I must take a break.
Hey, I just got up. I'm in the car listening. I don't know what the conversation was, but I know John's at fault because he's just an a-hole.
Thank you very much.
So in other words, you haven't heard any of this, but you
But you know it's John's
But you know it's John's fault. All right, there you go.
Absolutely. I know it's John's fault.
All right. All right, here's the plan for today's show. We're going to all leave and then replay this over and over again. All right.
And it'll be John's fault the entire time.
No matter how many times you hear it.
Thank you.
All right. And finally, Justin, go ahead. You've been waiting a long time.
Hi, Robin. How are you?
I'm just fine.
I've got to tell you, I've had a stuttering problem my whole life. I got made fun of in school. I got called a retard, but I got over that. I felt pretty good about myself. Hearing John, it makes me ashamed of my stuttering problem.
All right. There you go.
It makes me worried about myself.
All right. Well, there you go. We've got to take a break. Robin, enjoy your Heineken trip.
Thank you.
And John, enjoy whatever it is you're doing, not going on the Heineken trip.
I'll be sitting on the beach laughing at Robin while she's in Amsterdam.
Well, oh boy.
Laughing my
Like I
ass off.
said, it means nothing. It means nothing.
Oh, I'm kidding around, Robin.
It means
Jesus.
nothing.
John, how come you didn't apologize to Robin?
I didn't apologize because I really didn't think I was wrong. Because I didn't know that she was upset about going to the Heineken trip. I thought she was looking forward to it, judging by our conversation she's had with Gary. And how do I hear them? How can you not with her voice? And when we were in the studio, off the air, she was complaining about itinerary. We were all laughing. Artie was making jokes. I was making jokes. And it never appeared that Robin was upset at all. And then They went back on the air. Nothing happened. Thought it was the lightest fare, Then she comes into the office and starts screaming at me, you motherfucker, and all this shit. And I didn't. And then it was just, I thought that was wrong for her to go on. If she really had a problem with me, she should have just said, John, I want to talk to you.
Do you want to apologize now?
No, I don't.
No, Robin said that you don't exist to her.
So then, fine.
Are you gonna? Does she exist to you?
No. No, I don't want to be as immature as she is, but I don't. If that's the kind of friend that Robin is with me, if this is our friendship, it's based upon if somebody should make a joke and then she gets upset and is gonna, now I'm not gonna be her friend anymore, then it was never a friendship to begin with. And if it was never a friendship to begin with, then I don't really care about talking to her anymore. I have no problem with never talking to her again in my life, because then she was never a friend.
Robin.
Yes, dear.
John's dead. John doesn't exist to you anymore?
Who? I don't know anyone named John.
John Melendez.
I don't know anyone named John Melendez.
What if he tried to apologize to you? Would you accept his apology?
Why would John Melendez be apologizing to me? I don't know him.
So he just doesn't exist?
I don't know who you're talking about.
What if this alleged person kind of grovels for forgiveness?
I can't imagine. Why would I listen to a total stranger groveling about something?
Okay. This is at a very high level of animosity.
I don't even know why you're talking to me. What are you talking about?
Who this?
I saw Milk Crate getting chased out of a swingers club. I wasn't aware one can keep an erection at top speed. That is truly one spectacular specimen.
Hi, this is your XRKs. Who are you?
Chuck Smooth.
What do you do that makes you famous?
I play for the Raiders.
Are you going slightly more, or slightly less funny than Pauly Shore?
A little less.
You don't still do that stupid turkey song anymore, do you?
I'm gonna start. I was gonna keep doing it until you just told me I should stop.
Do you get a lot of people bugging you to get back the money they paid to see Billy Madison?
Yeah, I got punched in the face the other night. Some guy didn't like it. Yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
Good to see you.
Adam rolled with it.
Hi, Dennis. Can we ask you a question, please? Who are you now?
Who am I? Who are you?
What do you do that makes you famous, Dennis?
What? What do I do? I'm an actor.
You're an actor, like, in what movie? Just so I know who you are.
What movies have I been in recently? Waterworld, Speed, Easy Rider. A few Rebel Without a Cause, Giant.
Hold on, Dennis. Dennis, how do you stand on OJ? Tia, how are you? So now, what do you do that makes you famous?
What is that?
What do you do that makes you famous?
What do I do that makes me famous?
No, don't worry about him.
That's the funniest. Don't worry about him.
In Hanging with Mr. Cooper, a show I've never seen.
I think he is Mr. Cooper, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Mr. Cooper.
Mark, please. Mark, over here, Mark. How you doing, man? XRK, how you doing? Who are you now?
I'm Peter Pan. There we go.
Hold on, Mark, please, Mark.
Was that it?
No, the first time he walked away past. Then later on at the party, we got him again.
Okay.
Hi, did you ever fart in your own head and smell it?
Oh, yeah, all the time. That's something I used to do. My parents taught me how to do that. It's an art to it. Actually, I have a book coming out, How to Fart in Your Own Head and How to Smell It, how to determine which fart is a good one and which is a bad one.
Let me ask you one question. Why did you quit show business?
Because my penis was too small.
Whose invitation did you use?
Don't tell anybody. I use Hillary Clinton's invitation.
Let me ask you one question. In order, who's most despicable in this order? Ted Kennedy, Mike Tyson, or O.J. Simpson?
Well, I don't think anybody is despicable. I think that we are all people and we all come here together as love and unity and Christians. Peace and love. I love you, man.
I think O.J.'s guilty, though.
I think love is guilty.
Thank you.
Love is guilty. I think love is guilty.
What is what?
ESPN stand for.
I don't know why. Total Sports Network is what I know.
Total Sports Network.
For my dancing, I guess. I'm one of the best dancers in the world. I've danced the terpsichore.
Okay, how do you stand on OJ?
I beg your pardon?
How do you stand on OJ?
How do I stand on OJ? I think you're being a fool, young man.
Robert, OJ!
Rabbit.
Well, I'm famous for being on your boss's show.
And how do you stand on the OJ, thing?
How do I stand on it? I don't care.
So what do you do that makes you famous, Ed?
What do I do to make you famous? I'm an actor.
How do you stand on OJ?
I don't stand at all on OJ.
Do you have a spaghetti sauce named after you?
Yes, 2 of them.
Would you ever like to do a nude love scene with Robin Quivers?
I have.
All right, can we ask you a question? This is for XRK.
Okay.
Let me ask you one question. Don't you think that it's time George Burns called Kevorkian?
Oh, God. Oh, wait.
Oh, please. All right, let me ask you something nice. Do you really give a crap about those mongrels in Bosnia?
Do I really do what?
Do you really give a crap about those mongrels?
Oh, I'm not answering anymore.
Timothy, come on over. Come on, Timothy. Timothy, come on, we love beautiful girls. Timothy, come here, how you doing? We're doing some Espy's wrap-up. How you doing?
man?
So, why are you famous, Dick?
Why am I famous?
Yeah.
Well, I think our country's in trouble if I'm famous.
Let me ask you, where do you stand on OJ?
OJ stands for orange juice.
Come on, Dick. Dick, you're my favorite, Dick. Eric. How you doing, man? How you doing? Big fan. Guys, question? Where do you stand on OJ?
Where do I stand on OJ? Oh, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Come on, Eric. Eric.
You got another question?
Yeah, do you have any of your original teeth?
Got them all, yeah. You?
Yeah, good. Thank you, Eric. How's it going?
Great.
In order, the most despicable: Mike Tyson, Ted Kennedy, or O.J. Simpson? Thank you. Come on over. Come on. Now you're out with Kenny Laguna. Joan, how are you? Joan, let me ask you. Do you think that Michael J. Fox ruined your career?
No, Michael's a wonderful guy.
Come on, Joan.
Hey,
how's Kenny doing? How's Kenny doing?
Kenny's doing great.
There he is. He punched me 3 years ago, Kenny. How you doing, man? I heard you did great in there.
Well, we had a good time. Yes, we did.
How you doing, all right?
Doing real good. Thank you so much. Who am I talking to?
This is WXRK. How are you?
WXRK, how you doing? I feel good all over. Go ahead, ask me question number 1.
Okay. Who are you?
I'm John Doe. The John Doe you've been looking for. That's who I am.
And how are you famous?
Oh, I'm just driving by. I'm really nobody. I'm just driving by.
Where do you stand on OJ?
Oh, I stand right next to him. Whatever he wants to do, that's what I want to do. He didn't call you yet? He's calling everybody else. He hasn't called you yet?
What's the biggest joke, the OJ verdict or this cheesy award show?
The OJ joke, this is not a cheesy award show. You got to be kidding. This is it, man. This is ESPN award show. How y'all doing?
Hey, George, do you really give a crap about those mongrels in Bosnia?
Who this?
Well, hello there.
I'm gonna fuck you like a wild lamb when I want this.
Actually, I'd like to touch.
So Gary and John, I'm not going to spend all morning on this, but Gary and John went to the Bahamas for an appearance this weekend. And then there was Gary didn't want to go in the worst way because he knew John would be following him around. And Gary came in this morning and said, you know what? I had a great time with John in the Bahamas, but I'm sure, I said, Gary, your impression is you guys had a great time. John took notes.
Howard, it was a healing weekend. We got along great. I ended up leaving on Sunday, loving John more than ever. So now, John, go.
Ruin it.
No. I don't have any stories.
Yeah, so Gary told me some stories.
Yeah, he has more about me than I have about him.
Yeah, first of all, this makes me furious.
What?
So John gets to the airport. He forgets his passport, and his wife has to has to drive down to.
I didn't forget it. I didn't think you needed one.
But what's the difference? I mean, how do you not know that the Bahamas is not part of this country?
There was a time where you didn't have to have one when you went to the Bahamas.
No,
What
never.
time was
you
that?
always had to have proof of citizenship to go to the Bahamas.
You could have had a birth certificate.
Well, I had my driver's license.
That's not proof of
why are you so stupid?
Citizenship.
See, I would have been furious. I mean, I just would have
Gary,
taken
to be honest.
I got to tell you something. The night before we left, my wife goes, do we need our passports? And I go, probably not. In the meantime, I didn't even look at the paperwork.
Did you have your passport?
I had it.
Yeah, so you had it.
But it was lucky I had it.
Listen.
I was more surprised by the fact that John...
Look at the paperwork?
I was more surprised by the fact that John could make a phone call and Susanna could be there that quick.
But she's used to him needing something.
But this is, you see, it's one thing if John forgot his passport. See, this is what I got to explain to people. It's one thing if John forgot something one time. It's a whole persona. It's
always this way.
He's always ill prepared. He goes down to the Bahamas, takes $200 with him, and what happens? They go to the gambling table. John's in the hole $600. He's borrowing money from Gary.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it would just.
But wait a minute, he has no credit cards on him?
Listen to this. He's out. He brings $200. He treats Gary to dinner and Mary to dinner. Very nice. Very nice. So God knows what money he has left. Then he goes to hit the tables. He's playing blackjack. He's losing. He gets 2 sixes. He splits sixes against a 4 showing on the house.
Well, wouldn't you do that?
Then he gets fine if you have the money to back it up. When you split, you got to put up more money.
Right.
Then he gets dealt another 6. He splits, and then he gets a 10, so he has to double down.
So he's got 4 hands going.
4 hands going,
So
no money. So he turns to the guy at the end of the table.
No, Gary.
No, hold on.
No.
The first 25, he said, Gary, let me 25. So I had it, which was all I had left because Mary was holding my money and she went to the bathroom.
Right.
So I gave him that 25. Then when it came time to double down, he needs another 25. So he's looking.
Who would have known? I would have had 4 sixes.
So the guy at the end of the table gives John the 25.
I had $50 on each
So
hand.
now he's borrowing money from the guy.
Total strangers.
Yeah, from total strangers, from the guy at the end of the
Gary
table.
said he would have.
And if he loses, Gary's got to pay.
Right.
Yeah.
So when he lost on all 4 hands, which was a brutal beat.
Oh my God.
I lost about $200 in one hand.
So then when Mary comes back from the bathroom, he says, give me 25. Mary hands her the 25 so he can hand it to the guy at the end of the table.
Did I not pay you back?
He did.
No, but the point is, who
would have known you would have had 4
Who wants
sixes?
to be around your pressure of not having money? He's borrowing money. At one point, he
Why
borrowed.
are you gambling?
At one point, he borrowed $10 from some stranger, and he only had $5. He gives him the 5. The guy got tired of waiting.
I gave him the 5. John went to the ATM.
I was at the ATM to get more money.
He went to go get more money. It was taking too long, so I gave the guy a 5, which was all
That's
I
when
had.
I split 8s.
And then the guy went into John's pack of cigarettes, and he took 2 cigarettes. He said, tell him we're even.
No, I mean, it's unbelievable.
Jeez.
You know.
Always with the money. Never has any.
I'll tell you where John was brilliant this weekend. So, it's the Bally big dinner and everything. So they bring us there. We're sitting at the table, and it's the guy that brought us down there, whose name is John, and it's the CEO of the company sitting next to Stuttering John. Stuttering John starts telling him all these goofy lies about the other guy. And it's a joke, but it's still freaking the other guy. He's like, did you know that John was in rehab for cocaine? Did you know John got fired from a job for using the N-word? And just going on and on. And John is sweating profusely because he can't really hear what Stuttering John's saying to the CEO of the company. It was great. It was so funny.
All I know is they went to the Bahamas, and now John is so browbeaten by Gary, he won't report back what went on.
No, you can say what you want. We didn't see each other all day Saturday. We didn't see each other till 7 o'clock on Saturday.
Right.
I mean, we had a good time. I felt bad about all the breath jokes, and so I bought him and Mary dinner.
Which I said he didn't have to. He insisted. I said it's not that big a deal.
Did you give him a ride down to the airport? Or you just
no, give him a ride.
Yeah, but I mean, in the car, his breath did still smell bad. But
and then twice during the weekend, John told me it didn't smell anymore
because he's taking these like
a Breath Assure type pill for your stomach,
and he's taking it like every 10 minutes.
He's going to be addicted to Breath Assure.
He's putting it in.
I'm doing $500 a month.
Wow.
And him and Mary, I love hanging out with Mary. I mean,
she's his cohort, not mine.
Yeah, see, I mean, me and Mary have this thing going. Like, she'll give me a look when she's goofing on Gary.
Well, that ain't cool.
No, it's funny.
But dude, what is she goofing on Gary for? That's his wife.
It's just...
I resent her a little bit.
No.
I've seen her do the eye roll and give Gary a hard time. I don't like it.
I don't either. What do you think of that?
There were a couple of things where they were arguing about, which we can't talk about what you were arguing about. But
why not?
It was so enjoyable.
I don't want to discuss. It's. I'll tell you later, and you'll understand. There's a lot of.
It was so
family
enjoyable.
stuff.
It was about family stuff. And Mary was having me rolling, and Gary, you could see it was beads of sweat were rolling up.
But shouldn't she be your ally, Gary?
That's what I thought we agreed on when that priest was talking to us.
Right. What happened? Yeah, he ain't paying the bills for her.
And I did miss, Gary went on this huge slide at the Atlantis, and that's the one thing that I am so mad that I missed.
Did you see him in his bathing suit?
No. and I went down to look for him. That was the one thing I was going to report on, Gary's body.
No.
And I couldn't find them on the beach or the pool. I was trying to find them for like half an hour.
They have this amazing slide that goes down.
I know. I've been to the Atlantis.
But can I just tell you what the lady said to me when I left the Atlantis?
This is the best.
I thought it was the most insulting thing anyone's ever said to me.
This is good.
We're huge down there in the Bahamas. The E-show is huge.
Right.
So everybody that lives down there knows us. So we check in, and I meet this woman. She's a big fan of the show. She meets John. She's so excited. So now we're checking out. I get the same woman. So she says, did you enjoy your stay? And I said, yes, I did. She goes, you have to come back again. And when you come back, bring the teeth. And I said, what teeth? And she said, the ones you wear on television. And I said, what? I said, I got to tell you, these are them. And she got really embarrassed. She realized she said something. She goes, well, they look different on television.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That's so funny. Bring the teeth.
Bring the teeth.
Those goofy teeth you wear on TV to be funny.
I love that
you're Jerry Lewis.
I love that she pictures you in like a makeup chair every morning getting
teeth
out.
applied.
We apply teeth to him. That's good.
Well, TV adds 10 pounds to your teeth.
That was the other thing. The other thing was at the dinner, you know, I had to get up, John and I had to get up and talk. So I get up and I talk about the relationship with Bally and the show and everything. And then John gets
you
up.
guys had to make speeches?
Yeah, and
I didn't know that. It was like the last minute they tell
And
them.
John gets up and just has 5 minutes of jokes about me while I'm standing there.
Right.
Well, I told them the Gary Enema story at their Bally's on 50th Street.
Which really bummed me. I was like,
Were people laughing?
Yeah, I said,
They liked it.
who's here from the 50th Street Valleys? And the whole table raised their hands. I go, you know, Gary, he's the enema. I go, there's some blood on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say that Gary took an enema.
That's what it was like.
So what'd you do? Like 5 minutes? You just get up and say, what a nice thing Bally's
He
is?
just did jokes about me. I talked about Bally.
Does anybody here have $10?
What do you say?
Gary had this whole, it seemed like it was like a prepared like CEO speech.
Yeah.
Like he had, right?
Well, I just talked about that the relationship was good, that they become part of the fabric of the show because they advertise so much. And when people think about losing weight, they, now they say, why don't you send John to Bally's?
Boy, I tell you what, thank God I don't have to do those things because I can't get up in front of groups and talk. I hate it.
Fabric of the show, that was good.
I would never say fabric
That was
of the
nice.
show.
That's not in your repertoire.
I would need prepared comments. I hate getting up in front of people and talking. I don't like to look at them. I don't want to look at them looking at me. I get like really weird about it, and I'm like, I don't want them looking at me, judging me.
But see, John and I have this whole thing that we do with each other now.
I'd be like, hello, I hate all of you. Leave me the F alone.
Well, it was great because Stuttering John had no idea what he was going to do.
Yeah.
So John and I have this thing. We're always like throwing little digs at each other. So John said to me before we got up there, he goes, I don't know what to do. They want me to tell some comment. I don't know what we're going to do. So, of course, I do my rap, and I get applause, and I go, now here he is, an incredibly funny man, one of the funniest guys I know, Stuttering John.
Oh, that put him on the line.
Yeah, but I delivered. Come on.
He goes, what are you doing?
I'm not funny.
And then he was funny.
Does anybody here have $10?
Well, it was funny.
That's funny.
He told 15 Gary jokes.
Guess how much Gary makes?
What'd you say?
Oh, wait, let me. He goes, if you listen to the show, Gary said that he used to do coke. I heard that when you do coke, you grind your teeth. What happened to Gary?
I said, Gary's the only guy whose tooth fairy showed up with a wheelbarrow.
Right.
Where were you coming up with these?
I always do these.
This is his act.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's got plenty of Gary material.
Oh, this is a portion of your act.
Yeah, I just said a bunch of jokes for my act, and then I left.
Tooth Fairy showed up with a wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
John has a half an hour on Gary.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He does a rap about how I'm the hall monitor here. That whenever he comes in late, I go to Howard, and then he does the voice. John's late again. And then what's the punchline of that joke? I can't remember.
I don't know. I just said a few Gary jokes, and then I just moved on.
You don't know the punchline of your own joke?
That is. I mean, I did. Oh, they're all together. There's a whole section of Gary, so they all flow.
I think I want to hear it.
Well, I don't want to do it now, but I mean, it's all those jokes all together in one like stream of Gary jokes.
You know what's funny? I remember seeing him doing it in his act and thinking it was about a minute long, and then the other night it just kept going on and on. I'm going, well, he must have put new stuff in.
He added to it. He's got new material.
Amazing.
Wow.
And then John leaves like his Heineken can on the podium, and the CEO comes up. He's like, "Who left this here?" He's like Pigpen. He's a riot.
But at a corporate event, you were doing cocaine jokes?
Oh, yeah.
And enema jokes? It's like, I've done corporate events. They shut your mic off if you say like crap or something.
Did you guys get hammered?
Yeah, pretty good. I had about 10 or 11 beers. And we went to then we capped off the evening by going to the bar to watch the Yankee game that John put $100 down on to win 62-50.
Oh.
That they lost 4-3.
Yeah, they lost.
Oh.
Yeah, it was horrible.
That was the last
So
one.
you won nothing.
I lost. I think at the total after how much I got paid, I think I'm down about $200 from the whole trip.
Wow. So you made no money.
Oh, after getting paid, you're down money?
Yes.
No, actually, I think I'm up. Howard, the amount of money I made this weekend, it was just.
You lost more than 600.
Well, I mean, if you include taking Gary out to dinner, I tipped the limo driver.
Don't forget the $100 for the cab because it was like $30 to get to LaGuardia. Then John tipped him, and then of course I had to bring Susanna back to New York.
Tip Susanna.
So what's the point of all this?
Well,
I mean, okay, you got to go to the Bahamas.
He didn't
but-
expect to lose $600.
I didn't think it was going to be that bad of a. I didn't think I was going to lose that much money.
No.
And he didn't expect the cab ride, when he
Yeah,
had
it was
to get his
100
passport. That was extra money he didn't expect.
Yeah, that was $100.
Oh, I thought you guys get a couple of grand for these.
Yeah, we do.
Oh.
Yeah, he's exaggerating, but he by the time he got done with his losses and stuff,
But then it was $100 for my room, which because I drank a lot of the.
You had to pay for your own room?
No, the incidentals.
The room service.
Bally's doesn't pick that up?
No, they offered to pick that up, John.
They offered you.
No, they offered for both.
After John's speech, we decided he'll be paying for his incidentals.
Really?
The enema joke.
Man, what's the point of going if you're not going to...
Well,
that's
the
one
way
thing about
he
Gary.
works out his life, it's never going to pay.
Gary loves traveling hard. Like I hate traveling.
Here's the deal.
Gary loves going to places.
No, here's the deal.
They love traveling, these two.
I'm doing like Saturday. I'm doing a Bally gig in Philly, right? Probably like my 12th appearance for them this year. So, it's goodwill.
Don't you know why Gary loves traveling? When I was having troubles, I don't want to get into it. I used to go to California, but I love the plane. He gets first of all, he goes home. He has to babysit. He has to do all the chores. He gets on a plane and goes away. He's got a free weekend.
It's carefree.
Of course, he loves to travel.
I can tell you though, I really, really, really dislike the traveling now. And the other thing is,
I don't believe you.
I do.
Because at least you get to go on a plane and read a book and
I'd
relax.
love to watch Gary and Mary argue over the sunglasses. That was like the best.
Sunglasses?
That was the best fight.
You know what? It was cloudy. On top of it, was cloudy all weekend. So I gave her my sunglasses on Saturday. I said, put these in your pocketbook, right? Then I forget about it. She forgets it's cloudy the whole day. So now we're getting into the car to leave, and I'm looking for my sunglasses. And I go, you got my sunglasses? You had them in your pocketbook. No, I don't. You do. I do not. You always say that I give you things. I'm like, you have them. I'm telling you. They're not.
Can't she just look?
She looked. She couldn't
And
find
they were in there.
No, and then she looked again, and they were in there.
What does that mean?
It just, it's just, I'm always wrong.
I'm a bad boy.
Wow.
But you know how when you watch a married couple fight.
Yeah. Well, that's why he likes traveling. Gets to go away for the weekend, read, relax.
Airports are brutal.
But he was up at 8 every morning on the water slide and
On the water slide?
out at the.
No, the first morning we got up at 8:30.
The spa, him and Mary go. They were all together. I slept till 2:30 in the afternoon.
I know.
That's vacation to me. You sleep late.
Yeah, what are you up at 8:30 for the water slide?
I wasn't up for the water slide. I woke up at 8:30. We didn't go outside till noon.
Well, I would have loved to see the visual. Gary's big teeth on that slide.
There's the John we all know and love.
Water. Giving him like a water pick.
Goodness.
That's why I can't believe I missed that. In his trunks.
You slept till 2:30.
Yeah, I slept till 2:30.
Like a teenager. Gary up there early, man, taking advantage of all the facilities.
Gary got a massage, right? They almost tried. And then the day they charged him for 7 spa treatments. So he was at the counter for half an hour arguing with them.
Can I tell you a great scam, by the way?
That's right after they asked him why he didn't bring his teeth.
That was the same lady. Can I just tell you a funny? This is the greatest massage scam ever.
Yeah.
So a woman's giving me a massage, right? She doesn't say anything the whole time. She starts rubbing my neck and she goes, "Oh, your neck is very tight," which of course everybody wants to hear because your neck is tight. It's almost like
I know it's the biggest scam.
That's like saying you work too hard, and everyone wants to hear that.
Yeah. Well, everyone wants to hear something's wrong, and they go, "Oh, I took a lot of." It's such crap.
You know what a great rap is?
I took a lot of the stress out. And
do you use the phone a lot?
Yeah.
Because I feel tightness on your left side. Of course, everyone uses the phone all day.
It's like an astrologer.
Right. So she does the massage.
Like a psychic.
And she puts this stuff on my back that's very good. It's like a heat, almost like a Bengay.
It's an energy.
It feels great.
Yeah.
So then she finishes the massage and she goes, "Okay, I'm going to step out, and when I come back, I'm going to write you up a little thing about that stuff I put on your back. Did you like that?" I go, "Yeah, it was great." So I was like, "Okay, they're going to sell me something." She comes back with a receipt for whatever this junk is for $49. She goes, "Would you?" And she's got it in her hand with the receipt. I go, "That's okay. I'm not taking it." But I wonder how many people just take it.
Yeah, but guy, did the stuff smell like peppermint or anything?
No, it was just, it was something, it was, you know what, it was Bengay.
Right.
At the end of the day, it was Bengay.
Yeah, right. And
$49.
and you're not going to put that on.
No.
How can you get back
But that's
there
not
where
what
she
happened
was?
at the counter, though. They charge you for
No, at the counter, they accidentally charged me for 7 spa treatments. They said they had a problem down there.
And
My bill
Bally's-
was like 900 and something.
Wow. Maybe it costs extra to rub your body. Oh, sounds like a lot of fun.
It was fun.
How long's the flight?
Well, it depends on how you take it.
What?
Going down there, we flew to Miami, which is 3 hours, waited 2 hours in Miami, and then took the 55-minute trip there, to the island.
Why'd they book it that way?
The only other flight we could have got was the show was still on. And we would have had to leave at like 9:30 in the morning. On the way home, we got on a plane that was 2 hours and 45 minutes, and we got in a half an hour early.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That was great.
Well, we were in coach, though, the seats are tiny.
Valley flew you, coach?
Yeah, they're big stars.
The two big. I bet that band got to fly first class.
How are you gonna? Weren't you comfortable enough to work on your speeches?
And that was the other thing I felt a little uncomfortable about. They had 600 people from all over the country.
Yeah.
And I guess they told them that some special people were going to be there. The people started asking us who the special people were.
Oh, my God.
I think they were expecting like either you or Ellen DeGeneres, or or even what's that woman that took over for Rosie?
You guys,
Caroline Ray.
Yeah, you were the guys.
We were the special guests. I think they were disappointed.
Yeah. Well, when are the special guests coming out?
We were hoping for Caroline Ray.
Yeah, they're hanging out with you.
Hoping for Caroline.
Gee, we were hoping for Caroline.
Well, it's hard
Ray.
to think of you as special when you see John borrowing $25 from the guy at the end of the table so he can gamble.
Excuse me, I'm your special guest. Can I get $10?
The other observation I had is that Gary is still a chocoholic. I mean, he's supposed to be on this diet, with this South Beach diet.
Yeah. Right out the window.
He was devouring chocolate.
Where was it? I mean, was he buying it or was it just
he bought a pack. All right. He buys 2 packages of peanut M&Ms. He woofs the first one down and lets
And it gives you one to Mary.
They're great.
Yeah, but he gives the other one to Mary, but he's going to ask him for them.
I didn't have any. I didn't have any of hers.
Then he buys peanut butter Twix. and he reaches for it.
He needs that when he's around his family. Peanut butter Twix.
What in the world?
What is going on with
They're
you?
very low in carbs.
Right.
Geez.
They only have 12 carbs per bar.
Wow.
Excuse me, I'm one of your special guests. I just split 6s. Can I get a 5?
When you're down there getting a massage, any hint of a happy ending?
No.
See, I don't get massages anymore because I feel like such a loser. I've never once had a girl say to me, if you'd like, I'd finish you off.
I was down in the Bahamas, and it was on my honeymoon, and this,
Perfect.
And this woman, and they come to your room, so like her back of her hand keeps on hitting my privates, but like I know if I would have just said, "Hey, all right," she would have done it. I know it.
I think I was at one place where the woman said to me, "You don't need a towel," and she was really hot, and she said, "You don't need a towel for this massage." But I said, well, I do, because when I'm in my flaccid state, I'm too small. I didn't want her to see. Yeah.
So you did get some kind of...
But I'm not sure. I mean, she just said you don't need a towel. I think you just wanted to see my penis.
I think that's the signal. And when you say, no, I want the towel, she doesn't go any further.
I would also say that 95% of the women who have given me a massage, you would not want a happy ending.
This one I wanted.
It's such a rarity to get a hot masseuse.
Because then Beth went and got the massage, and she was like, yeah, you don't need... And like Beth laid down, and the woman was putting the moves on her.
I got this friend who always gets happy endings, but then he got married. So his wife suggested that he use this certain, masseuse. So he went to her, and she gave him a happy ending. And when he got home, he told his wife, and he said, "Well, it was your idea for me to get this girl. It's your fault."
He could have said no.
Yeah. I went to a joint in Toronto where you go. There's not even a question. You go there specifically.
Yeah. See, I don't want that. I want like
want the massage therapist.
Yeah. Like I've laid there and I go, oh, I'm really stressed out, and nobody responds. Nobody wants to touch me, and I'm like, God damn it, I would go every day for a massage if I could have that.
In Toronto, this Asian chick was so good at it, there was almost nothing sexual about it.
And what's the big deal? They're supposed to rub you and relax you. I mean, what's the big deal about rubbing that part of your body?
She just, after like 3 minutes of, whatever, rubbing my back, she looked at me and she goes, nice. I go, what? She goes, nice. And I go, all right, yeah. So it was like a chiropractor cracking your back.
Right.
And she was like so good at it, like in
seconds you were done.
Yeah, I was done, and before you know it, you're paying $50.
When you're done, are you done? Like they don't finish the massage, right?
No. You don't want to. I was like, whatever.
You're like all embarrassed.
Completely relaxed.
But this place,
does she clean you up and everything?
Did she start your
She
face
does it?
down?
No, you clean yourself up. but
Like,
you
did she
gotta-
just walk out of the room?
You
after?
feel like you're on an assembly line. You know what I mean? And she was kind of cute, but a little older.
Yeah.
And this was when we were doing dirty work. I was up in Toronto for 2 months, and this was by the hotel. So this place, the geography of this place was amazing. You'd go there, you get a happy ending, and then 20 feet from this place was a place that sold eclairs. And after I would go and get this huge eclair, and I'd be walking down Yonge Street in Toronto.
Happy as a clam.
I don't think I've ever been that relaxed again in my life.
Smiling like a retard.
I had a
See, I don't want.
I had a retarded
I don't
smile.
want one. Yeah, retarded. A retarded smile. I wouldn't want. Like, I don't want to go to a massage place that specializes in that. Like, that to me is like going to a whore.
It is.
I know a guy
No.
who goes to one of those places, and they do this whole thing where they act like they're a real massage place.
See, that's what I want. I want my masseuse to, like, you know.
She's got to act like a masseuse.
Howard, first
I
of
think I
all,
want her to take her top off and go, you know what? I'm really hot in here. This is what I want. I'm laying there on the table, and she goes, oh, my God. Listen, would you think it was weird if I took off my top? And I'll go, and then I go, here's the script. Then I go, no, that's cool. I don't care. I'm like, dude, the yabos are like in my face, and she's rubbing my chest and everything. And she goes, you know what? I'm really horny. I just need to rub something here. I go, okay, go ahead. And then she rubs it out. And then I'm like happy.
but if they're that horny, why do they have to rub? Why can't they just climb right on top of you?
No, because it would just be kind of erotic, you know? Like, it never happens.
You don't want the whole, I mean, because I think
And I
that
feel
it
like a
should
loser.
be like a real massage where you start off on your face down and she rubs you, and then she says turn over,
Yeah.
and then the next thing you know, there it is. It's happening.
Well, Jed's a millionaire.
Gary, have you ever
Can
had?
folks say, Jed, move away from there?
Gary, have you ever had a happy hour?
No, but I've gone to a regular massage place where the guy before me has had a happy ending.
How do you know?
Hey, KC, didn't you get a gay massage once?
No, it wasn't gay, but I was gonna ask you: is it gay if you go and the only people that have are guys?
Yeah,
I can answer that. Because
yes.
I used to do that, and they only had a guy at the place down there.
You used to get male massage.
And I said no, and then they found a girl.
Wait, you used to always get from guys until we goofed on you.
Well, no, I got it from guys because the place that I used to go, it was only same-sex massages.
I had kind of an awkward moment. I was at a really nice hotel. It happened to be in San Francisco. But I ordered a massage, and they sent up a guy. So a guy shows up at my door with like his little
Table.
carrying table, you know.
Nice.
And we both made eye contact, and I said, dude. I said, dude, are you going to make me say this? And he went, no. All right. And they just turned around and walked away.
It's not happening.
Hey, Casey, did the guy do your inner thighs?
No, it didn't.
Oh, yeah,
I gotta tell you,
right.
though,
Sure he did.
How the hell do you miss your inner thigh?
There were times that it hurt like a bastard because I guess it was like a.
He's rough.
No, it did my chest and it hurt like a bastard.
It always hurts the first time.
I have a buddy got a massage in his house, and she didn't bring a table. She goes, lie down on the bed. And then he goes, wait a second. So he opened up some champagne? I swear to God, this is true.
What are you talking about? He opened up some champagne.
And he said, hey, you want to have a drink? And then they had drinks, and then she put him in, and he banged the crap out of him.
That's a fantastic story.
I got a massage as a gift from somebody from a reputable place. So I called the place to schedule.
John's lost in that story. He's staring at me like I'm a woman.
What?
It's amazing.
If you want to get into what's really going to relax me, there you go.
Well, I have this a masseuse, Howard, who I told you to use. She does all like football players.
I know her. I met her. You said she doesn't do any happy ending, though.
She doesn't, but one time she was doing a celebrity. The celebrity's family was upstairs.
Yeah.
And after she's done, the celebrity turns over and lifts his towel and goes, aren't you going to finish? She's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, I really want to get a massage from her.
But John told me that he pitched a tent in front of her, and she said, "Don't worry, that's very common." He said,
It is common. They
But
say
she
it's
didn't
common.
take care of it.
No.
I
that was different.
I never pitch a tent because I'm like so respectful.
Wait,
How could you control it?
I can control.
I can't.
I control.
When they're rubbing your inner thigh,
I can control.
oh, dude, it's so hard to control it. I'm thinking of everything gross.
Me too.
How do you guys even get massages? If this is what's going on for you, it's certainly not relaxing.
There was a girl I went to high school with who was 450 pounds. I think of her all the time when I'm getting a massage.
Really? Yeah, Joe, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Hey.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you about my girlfriend that does this type of massage. You know, it's advertised as sensual massage, and she rakes in a buttload of cash.
Yeah, but she's basically saying she's
She's a
gonna do
whore.
it. Yeah.
No
Well,
offense.
no. it's only happy ending.
But that's the same deal.
You said that's your girlfriend?
Yeah.
So he can't think of her as a whore, I guess.
You don't think that's a little bit weird that that's what your girlfriend does for a living?
No.
And you don't
no, not at all.
What do you mean? You don't think she ever goes a little farther for the right amount of cash?
No, I really don't believe that she does that.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Can I ask Robin a question?
Yes.
If Mr. X went for a massage and got a happy ending, would you be really that mad at him? Like, would you
I'm
leave
sure
him?
he wouldn't tell me.
But if he,
of course he wouldn't.
Okay,
He's
but
no idiot.
So I wouldn't know.
If you knew, is it that bad of a thing? If I mean, in other words, is it something I should try to negotiate with my wife?
Listen
No,
to him.
dude.
What are you doing?
Just go do it and don't tell anyone.
You can't rationalize
You don't
it.
think I could do that?
What woman's going to go, it's
Why
fine?
do you want to tell?
I'll buy you a coat.
Why do you want to tell her? You know, like a guilt thing.
No. I never had a happy ending, but I'm asking you, would it be that upsetting to you?
No, I wouldn't know, but if he did, yes, that would upset me.
So you'd leave him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, but it's like...
Of course she would. Every chick would
Joe,
leave.
what's the difference between that and you go to a bar
I got friends
and you
who
meet a girl?
swear that's not cheating.
But what if you go to a bar and you meet a girl and she does the same thing for you?
All guys.
Girl, yeah.
Dude,
these
let me
French
tell you
girls.
something. When I was dating, the rules were clear that, hey, I wasn't looking to get into any relationship when I first, was divorced. I was dating. And I said, I'm going to see other women. As soon as a chick finds out you're seeing another woman, they break up with you.
That's right.
They're not going to put up with that.
I got a few friends who swear it's not cheating because it's like you're just getting a massage and everything and every part of your body is getting
you're
massaged.
crazy.
They're all guys.
Darren, you're on the air.
Yeah, Howard, how you doing?
Hey.
My friend Jazz here sitting next to me telling me to give you a call because of the situation that happened to me. It's kind of embarrassing to talk about, but I'll tell you. About a year ago, my fiancée set me up. She was a physical therapist, and I always get massages and stuff, and she gave me his name and number to a girl to go. She's really, really good. So I went down, and she wound up giving me a happy ending, and we went through the whole thing with trust a couple weeks before. We're getting serious, and she pretty much set me up, and she was beautiful. I couldn't resist, and then wound up being her best friend's sister.
So she was checking your...
You know what, man? Thank God you're out of that relationship. That's nasty.
She was a beautiful girl. We went, we've been through the ups and downs, and we both got caught once before, and she really busted me this time, and there's no way getting out of it.
That's.
But that's
I almost used the F word. I almost went to the F word.
Yeah, I know.
That's really messed up, man. All right, look, I got to take a break.
I just had one last Gary thing.
I got to take a break. What's the last guy? You see, you always hook me in, and I'm getting yelled at through the computer here.
I was just gonna, Gary bought a new car. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, he got a Beamer now. Is that all right? We think about that. But he won't even park it at the airport, so we had to go to a special parking lot and take a shuttle to the airport to park his car. I don't know if that's part.
You think that's funny? I saw Gary putting a bra and panties on the thing this morning. He's got those.
What?
He bought special like things to put on the car.
Put a bra and panties on the car? The bra.
The bra goes on the bumper.
Yeah, I know.
And I put it on, but it keeps falling off, and I'm
You see, Gary's struggling.
I'm struggling, and you get one side.
You know
on
what, dude? Get a wreck of a car to drive here. If you're that worried about your Beamer.
Well, no, but I mean, Howard, it's got 110 miles on it, so I'm taking care of it at the beginning.
Yeah. Well, this garage, things can happen. Any garage can happen. All right, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
Me?
Hey, did you hear the funniest story of all? Stuttering John is getting married on a beach, and he didn't get the permits.
Oh, dear.
He didn't get a permit to get married.
Oh, what do you mean? What's a permit to get married?
You got to get married on a beach. John thinks you can just go out on a beach and get married. You can't do that.
You
just
can't mass people anywhere.
No, you can't mass people. This is the funniest goddamn thing I ever heard. You're an idiot. You're a total idiot. You have it all wrong. I'm not that stupid. I say you are. Do you want to hear the story? No. I don't care. Let me ask you something. Are you getting married on the beach? Yes. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Yeah, you got a permit? No, but this is what happened. The caterers do everything. They do the tents, they do the food, and they do the permits. Caterers 4 months ago. Evidently, they don't.
4 months ago, they told me nothing. There'll be no problem. Everything's going to be done. Permits, everything. I go, sure. No problem, John. We've done this before.
You said permits?
Permits and everything.
I bet you didn't.
No.
I bet you didn't even know you needed a permit to get married on a beach.
Of course I know.
I wouldn't know that.
Of course I know. The caterer told me.
Everyone's John's beach. It's the people's beach.
No, the caterer said he would do all that.
Like, what are you going to do? You're going to set up tents on the beach and stuff?
Yeah. So
you just can't set up tents on the beach.
So periodically I would call him and say, how the permit's going. Don't worry, everything's going fine.
Yeah.
So then... Yes.
Well, why is it then that they do this all the time and they always get permits, but for you they can't get permits?
I'll tell you what happened.
Okay.
And Jackie will test it because he could speak.
Oh, Jackie will test it.
No, only because he's been to the beach.
Jackie's been to the beach, so he knows about.
No, I'll tell you what happened. There was a storm.
and beach, but he's being pretty funny.
Yeah, right. Jackie can attest it. Like Jackie's like the mayor.
No,
Jackie owns all beaches.
No, there was a storm, so the beach the house that we had eroded enough so that there's not enough beach to put a tent. So when the inspectors came down, they said, "There's no beach here."
Well, when was the guy gonna? You mean he was just getting the permits now? He wanted a permit for the beach and there was no beach. You mean the caterer doesn't know that? What?
John needed a beach to throw his wedding. So they craftfully invited him to come look at the house at low tide.
That's not true.
There's a nice big hunk of beach. He rented the house, and we went back there last Friday, and at high tide, there's no beach, and they told him the wind washed it away.
It's nothing to do with high or low tide.
But the wind washed away the beach.
Everybody on that beach,
should be stupid. They showed you the house at a low tide.
It isn't the person who owns the house didn't show me the house.
Oh, the realtor.
No,
who showed you the house?
This company called Hampton's Locations.
Okay.
They showed me the house, and
you saw it at low tide. Admit it.
No,
you're stupid.
No, it wasn't at low tide.
And then at high tide, there's no beach.
Anybody on that strip will tell you that
John thinks the beach washed away.
It's not totally eroded. It's just
Daddy cheered you up.
I went to John's house on Saturday.
Right.
And so Mary and I get there. We walk in. It's a really nice house.
Right.
And there's this big deck in the back. And then I walk out to
and
the
then
deck.
you go, hey, how can John afford this? Because there's no beach.
No. And I said to John, I go, wow, John. I thought you guys were going to, get married on the beach. What's going on?
Yeah.
Because it's like 25 yards of beach.
Yeah.
And then John goes, oh man, you won't believe what happened.
The beach disappeared.
But no, he said it was like 100 yards longer when they looked at the house.
Yeah, of course.
No, they had 2 storms over the winter, and anybody, and a lot of sand got washed away. Anybody on that strip, every house is saying the same thing, so it's not like it was.
I see.
I will say though, Howard, it's even a little bit. It's a little bit weirder because the beach sort of moves in a funny way, and even though it's all eroded,
the problem is when you come in, you do all the talking, and then I don't hear John stuttering.
I'm sorry.
All right, you can leave now. All right, go.
Well, what Gary's saying is true. It figures that the house that we got is the house that's getting.
It gets unfunny when Gary walks in. He's going to now explain everything to me scientifically. Right. I could care less. He's going to make sense of everything. God, he really understands comedy.
So the caterer called me yesterday. I was like, are you kidding me? You told me this was going to be a problem for months.
Let me get this straight. How long ago did you plan to get married on the beach?
A year ago.
A year ago?
Yeah. So 6 months ago when we got this house,
Jackie, so what happened? They sold him the house.
I don't know.
An idiot.
Like 6 months, a beach can't disappear, John.
Beach just does not disappear.
2 storms don't take a beach.
Anyway, I got a new house, Howard. So
where are you getting all this money?
So I got a different house.
Where are you getting money for houses and beaches and weddings?
Well, anyway, so
where's it go? Seriously, man, what's going on?
What? I'm paying for a wedding. It's costing me the same amount that it would cost me anywhere else.
You're renting a house in the Hamptons. I mean, that's got to cost a fortune. This is the on-season.
Well, he's using all the money he has to get married.
No, that's not
that it?
No, of course.
What are you doing? How much does it cost for that house rental?
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
The house rental was $10,000
for the whole summer.
No, for the whole month of June.
$10,000 you would have to piss away on a house?
Well, if you got a hall, it would be a certain amount of money also.
All right.
I mean? So it's not so $300.
It's such a stupid wedding. He's wondering why people aren't coming.
Yeah.
Like me and you and other people. First of all, to go out, you have to spend the whole weekend. Even Ronnie, the limo driver, was saying this to me. He's not going either. He says to me, how am I supposed to go out to this guy's wedding? He's having it all the way out in the Hamptons. He says, that means even if I stay over that night of the wedding, I got to stay there Friday night. Do you know what traffic's like?
That's
when do you get married? On a Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get married on a Saturday. Friday night is when you got to go out to the Hamptons to go see his wedding on Saturday. You can't go out there Saturday.
You can go out Saturday morning.
Saturday morning?
There's no traffic on Saturday morning.
You get up at 5 in the morning. What are you going to do? Get up 5 in the morning and be there, what, at 8 o'clock and wait for your wedding? Dude, do you ever see the traffic on Long Island on Saturday morning going to the Hamptons?
It's
worse on Friday.
road in the Hamptons.
Yeah, but what's the difference if you go on Saturday and miss the whole wedding?
It's not that bad Saturday morning.
Is he stupid or what? Is he the dumbest goddamn guy you ever met?
I thought it would be fun for everybody.
Fun for everybody. It's fun for you. You're out there in the house. What am I supposed to do on Friday night? If I come out there?
I figured everyone's coming on Saturday morning, but if you tell me everyone's
Saturday morning, how long a trip do you think it is Saturday morning to go to the Hamptons?
I don't think it's
Want to say 4 hours?
as bad as Friday.
Want to say 4 hours?
No.
Is that fair?
No.
Well, how many hours would you say it takes?
For who? For Jackie? Would take him an hour and a half.
For Robin coming from the city. For me coming from even Long Island.
Maybe 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours, huh?
It's actually closer to 3 because I made the trip this weekend from Huntington, and it was 2 hours.
Yeah, what day did you go?
Saturday morning.
Okay, remember what the weather was on Saturday?
Cloudy.
Cloudy? It looked like it was going to rain Saturday morning. I was in my car Saturday morning going into the city. It was almost raining. It was raining, as a matter of fact.
The season hadn't started yet.
Right. Oh, wait till this weekend going to the Hamptons.
But Howard, there's another thing that's involved in this, too. A lot of people who are invited to the wedding who don't make a lot of money.
Yeah.
When you go out to the Hamptons, it's seasonal. These hotels have to make their money during the summer.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-night minimum to stay in a hotel.
Please.
And hotels are expensive.
It's absurd.
Well, that's, I didn't know that it was going to be so expensive for people to stay out elsewhere.
Well, it's a stupid wedding.
Well, you don't drive home drunk.
Everything for your convenience, but what about your guests?
It was supposed to be so everyone could come and be in shorts and not.
Well, that's why I'm not going.
Oh, well.
I'm not going. I wouldn't go anyway, but
yeah, so
I know that's why a lot of people, like Ronnie the limo driver, would go.
So if you want to go, doesn't go. I don't care.
I don't care either. I just think it's funny that now you have this wedding on the beach and you have no permit because you have no beach.
It was an act of God, and it's quite unfortunate.
How many more acts of God?
And your happiness is my health.
So what are you going to do? What are you going to do now?
I'm going to have it at Jackie's house.
No, what are you going to do? Seriously.
I got another house. And
how much more is that?
How much did that cost you to rent?
Another $1,500.
You better go $1,500.
Yeah, and it has a much bigger beach, and it's a couple doors down from.
And did you get a permit?
So I don't got to change address. I'm working on it now. The person who's supposed to get a permit went to the board of trustees last night to.
And then you got to call every guest and tell them where it's going to be.
Same
now.
location. They come to my house and they walk 2 houses down on the beach.
All right.
High heels.
2 houses down on the beach?
Yeah.
So why not just use that beach? How come you mean 2 houses down they have a beach and you don't?
Jackie will attest to this too.
My beach got crushed. Your beach.
Why did his beach get it in the storm?
Because his beach always got it in the storm. He never checked it out.
See what John? He wouldn't listen to me.
What did you tell him?
The point is, storm or no storm, the tide comes up a certain amount and goes out a certain amount. During the high,
listen to Jackie.
During storms, of course, the tide comes up.
He's Mr. Beach. He's not, because you know what?
Jackie is Mr. Beach.
How
are you calling out him?
The woman.
You said he's Mr. Beach.
No,
you said he could attest
I said
to
he could attest to how bad the beach was. The woman who rented.
I will attest to the fact that there's no beach, but the point is, at high tide it comes up to a certain point, and low tide it's a certain point. During really high tides or during storms, it does come up further and moves the sand around.
So how come the guy?
High tide is basically the same.
And how come the guy 2 doors down has a beach?
Because he had a beach all along.
He always had a beach.
The woman that had rented us the place.
Curves a little bit, but there isn't that much.
The woman who had rented us the place said that she can't believe that there isn't a beach. So I mean,
Howard, I got to jump in here. Howard, I got to jump in. He's completely eliminating the fact that if there's any kind of storm and the tide is higher, there's not going to be any beach anywhere. And if it rains, the thing is such a mess.
Right.
And if it's, there's just so many
variables. For everything to go wrong.
Yeah.
Everything will go wrong.
And he's got Rain Gate Sunday on the end.
Oh, that'll be convenient.
Do you know how long it'll take to drive out there in the rain?
Let's do this again.
Trying to make it a nice, beautiful wedding. I don't know.
Yeah. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? I just think it's funny that you don't have a beach and you don't have a permit.
Well,
that's so typical you.
Well, and it's a shame because I really.
That's your life without me. The only part of your life that goes smoothly is anytime you're around me.
I don't think
you want me to plan the marriage? I'll plan the wedding for you. Dude, if I was getting married on the beach, the first thing I'd have in hand is a permit before I sent out the invitation.
That's what the freaking guy said. It would
That's
all
the freaking guy. Always a freaking guy.
Howard, I hire a guy, I pay him a lot of money.
You hire a guy and go, where's the permit?
Yeah, that's what I said.
And where is it?
No problem.
No problem.
Yeah,
where's the permit?
Get the permit.
You didn't have it in your hand.
And then yesterday he calls me, John, I'm completely sorry. The guy should give me my cash back if he can't get a permit.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah, that's sure. He'll give it back to you.
They didn't spend that already.
Yeah. I don't know what this is going to end up costing.
You know what you do? You have a regular wedding, and then you have a beach party for the younger, wilder people who come out on the
Right. Well, you know what John's trying to figure out? Instead of spending money on a hall, he's going to have a house for the summer to go to.
No, that's not true.
Have a party house.
I tried to get it just for the weekend.
And he's going to figure that, gee, anybody can get out to the Hamptons for my wedding. What's the big deal?
Let him do it.
I've been telling him this since he started planning it. He wouldn't listen.
It's only exit 900.
Yeah, he would not listen.
You know, listen.
Yeah.
People have to drive home after a wedding. You know how exhausted you are after a wedding?
Well, John thinks people want to spend all day at his wedding and drive all day.
I thought it would be fun for everybody. I thought it would be a really fun time for everybody.
Fun driving for 6 to 7 hours in one day?
It wouldn't be a boring time. It would be a lot of fun on the beach, swimming. I thought it would be good for everybody.
No, but you can spend the night. You can spend Saturday night in the Hamptons and then have the 8-hour drive home on Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
What are you thinking?
No, not if you leave on Sunday morning. It's not bad.
Oh, everybody's got to now get up again early in the morning. They have no weekend whatsoever.
Well, I don't understand. Where are you going to spend Saturday night?
On the beach. You just flop on the beach.
Oh, I see. That's in John. Like you just sleep on the beach.
Yeah, what the hell?
What if it's cold?
This is really funny.
Hello, Grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The house itself, Howard, is very, very small. It's a small 3-bedroom, right?
John's weekend extravaganza.
You go downstairs, Gary.
You cannot believe how many people John has told, hey, if you want to rough it, you can stay there. Because I just said to Grillo, where are you going to stay that night? He goes, well, John said, I'm going to rough it. John said I could rough it at his house. I said, believe me. First of all, nobody...
Oh, you'll be roughing it, all right.
Me, Gary, and John were there with our wives, and we're bumping into each other.
All right.
The whole bottom floor.
Like a tent.
You know.
But how many people do you think can rough it there?
I don't know. I don't know.
How many
He's
people?
been telling a lot of people that.
How many people?
I haven't been telling a lot of people that, but, you know.
Well, who's going to be there? Who's going to be spending the night in your house Saturday night for the wedding?
Probably 10 people.
Yeah, right. I guess he's invited like 80 people. They all think they're going to spend the night
You
at
know
John's.
how out of control he is.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And you know what he has to do now? You know how you have to go through everything and decide who to invite to the wedding? You have to decide which of your relatives gets to stay in the house.
Yeah. Oh, none of them.
No, the relatives aren't staying in the house.
Well, where are they staying?
They have places.
Yeah, okay. You better hope a lot of your relatives die this month. Because they'll be cursing your name. What a fiasco. No permit, he's getting married on the beach.
Really, believe me, I'm sure you heard, you know, yesterday I got to nuts on the guy.
All right, who cares? I'll with you.
What?
Me?
What are you saying? My name is Stuttering John. 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 Why does everybody think I'm a moocher? Got any IPOs? I got a great call on line 14. I swear to God, Howard, it was there a minute ago. Hey, Jelly, you buying lunch? Want to smoke a joint by the pool? Give me a hug. Buy me soup. How come I'm not part of the group?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right on, right?
Oh, my goodness.
That's him.
Captured him completely.
What can you do for me next?
My name is Stuttering John.
And he wouldn't see himself this way at all.
No. He won't understand this song.
My name is Stuttering John. I like beer. I like Prozac. Big fan.
Look at that.
You're letting people know that you, Howard Stern, are fart man?
Hey, what do you think of my ass? Pretty cute, huh?
I've never seen an ass like that, Howard. You've got stretch marks. You've got cellulite.
Well, that's because I was sitting on the chair.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like you don't want it.
We were sitting over there looking. I said, that's the ugliest ass I've ever seen.
Well, I got to tell you something. I'm sorry I'm not a day worker who gets to exercise his glute muscles. You know what I mean? All right, it's time for our next superhero, Robin. This is Stupid Man.
Hey, there you go, George.
All right. This is Stuttering John. Stuttering John went out on the town. He went to a celebrity function, and he cornered the following celebrities.
Okay.
All right. First, we have the gossip columnist from the, from Newsday?
Yeah.
This is Liz Smith. Now, the last time John interviewed Liz Smith, he called her a lot of bad names. And first he goes and he apologizes to her. Is that right?
Yes.
All right.
First, I just want to apologize. Go on to. Watch.
Are you from Howard Stern? I don't want to talk. I love you, but I don't want to.
Hi, Bob. Can I ask you 3 questions? Hi, I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time. How's it going? It's the Howard Stern Show tape for broadcast. How are you?
Good. How are you?
All right. Listen, how did you get Letterman to agree to an interview?
We asked him and he said yes.
Really?
Really?
Let me ask you, does it piss you off that you can't get Howard Stern on your interview program?
Makes me very upset. Been trying for years. He's the one we want the most. But, you know, maybe we'll be lucky in 92.
Do you think other people who talk like Elmer Fudd should pursue a future in journalism?
Do you think we should do a big interview in a very crowded place here honoring Will Smith?
You know, I was in Rolling Stone. I said, like, the person who I would want to interview the most was Bob Wolf. Do you have any, like, suggestions on how I could be a better interviewer?
I think you have to be a little more aggressive. You're too shy.
Have you ever made yourself cry? I just gotta ask one.
Hey, isn't that exciting, though? One interviewer to another, like sitting together. Isn't that nice? It's unbelievable.
I like to converse with with my peers.
You like to converse with your peers? With your peers. All right, very good. All right, let's see who's next. What other celebrities you ran into? This is Maury Povich
And Connie Chung.
Connie Chung, huh?
How come you have to read your question?
Because I don't have. I don't get married. Who's fault?
All right, what's going on? You're so nervous in front of these big stars?
Yeah. See, the thing is, we've been on hiatus. We've been on hiatus, so now we're back to working up early again. I think I'm just. It's like a shock to my nervous system.
All right, no, come on, be serious. All right, now give him a chance to answer. Now, what is this?
I've been out of whack. We haven't done it in a while. So
all right, because you were tired, you were having trouble. It wasn't that you were intimidated by these stars.
Well, it also was I was intimidated, but we haven't done it in a while. So,
okay.
So now, it's like, oh my God, here we go again.
All right. So he has to relearn to talk, is what we're saying right now.
He didn't talk while we were on hiatus.
Yeah. When we were off for a couple of weeks in reruns, he didn't talk and he was out of practice. Now he has relearned to talk and he's having some trouble getting the words out. Because your stutter's getting worse.
Well, I know thanks to you.
Right. I wonder what'll happen first. Will he lose his stutter, or will he shampoo his hair?
Oh, look at that. Clean hair, man.
That's clean, all right. Dude, I'm not smelling that. Smell this.
Oh, no.
Cottage cheese hair.
Well, at least that hangs like your hair.
Yeah. The hair on my ass looks better than your hair. At least I shampoo my hair back there.
Hey, this is clean hair. Look at this.
You don't see any dingleberries.
Behind every Progresso label is a little bit of home. Progresso blends the finest, most wholesome ingredients with our distinctive Italian touch for a delicious minestrone that's naturally low in fat and cholesterol. Great homemade soups take time and care, and that's just what you'll taste in every bowl of Progresso. For all the flavor of home, make it Progresso, or make it yourself.
I'm Cy Sperling, president of Hair Club for Men. If you have thinning hair, then this new booklet is something you should have. If you call our toll-free number, we'll send you our new brochure, which contains information about various hair replacement methods, including what the FDA has to say about the drug minoxidil. Of course, you'll also learn about Hair Club's new non-surgical polyfuse method.
Whether wet right out of the shower or blown dry before going out, it looks and feels natural, just like a part of you. Hair Club's new polyfuse method literally fuses top-quality human hair to your own hair.
Even when you feel around the perimeter of your head, I mean, you really cannot feel anything in your hair.
It really gave me more ways to be able to do my hair, and I could do it in more of a 90s fashion.
A new healthy head of hair can renew confidence and improve self-esteem. It may also bring out the best of who you are.
So make sure you call our toll-free number to receive our new brochure. It's loaded with information so you can make the right choice for yourself. And by the way, I'm not only the Hair Club president, but I'm also a client.
Now through Saturday, take advantage of Sony Bonus Week at Nobody Beats the Wiz, a celebration of Trinitrons, Handycams, Walkmans, Discmans, and everything that Sony makes. Save $500 to $200 on our already impressive Nobody Beats the Wiz Sony prices. And on Sony purchases of $499 and more, pay 0% interest on your Nobody Beats the Wiz Privilege Plus card. Now through Saturday only, Sony Bonus Week at Nobody Beats the Wiz. Don't miss it.
Let's get back to Connie and Maury.
I know. Whose fault is it that you can't get pregnant? Whose fault?
Howard.
Come on. You want me to help out? Dan, can I ask you a question? Oh, just for a second. That's all right. Hi, this is the Howard Stern Show. I'll take the broadcast. How are you? This is my wife, Jean. Hi. How are you? What's the frequency, Kenneth?
Now, does everyone understand that? I love that moment myself. Sort of an inside joke to Dan Rather. On the streets of New York, somebody went up to him and asked him, "What's the frequency, Kenneth?" And then beat him up. They beat up Dan Rather. What was that? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, man, put on this mask.
Just get a drool cup. I don't know what you need.
Okay, so when you look at that, what the frequency Kenneth is, that's a very bad memory for Dan Rather. Let's go back and revisit that very special moment.
Hi, how are you? What's the frequency, Kenneth?
Look at that look.
Okay.
You have a list of questions written down. Can I see them here?
Yeah. What would you give to change places with Howard Stern?
I don't know him.
You know Howard Stern?
No.
He's like the king of New York.
No.
You don't know him?
No.
Oh my God. Who's your favorite judge?
Judge?
Yeah, judge.
Favorite judge?
No, judge. Judge.
Favorite jug? I don't know. Usually I drink wild turkey or something. I don't know.
So he... Hey, who do you think is smarter? Dan Rather or Stupid Man?
He doesn't understand the questions.
No.
Neither does Dan.
No. Nobody understands. Let's go back to the action.
Do you check if you're done wiping?
Oh,
All right, we can have a sense of humor about it.
See? Thank you very much, man.
Not a problem. Take care of yourself.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
All right, now.
Here, everybody get ready.
Unbelievable. Get ready for this one. This is Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace, needless to say, probably doesn't like you anymore.
I don't think so.
All right, but hey, this son of a gun always asks the tough questions. Let John in.
Mike Wallace has embarrassed many people.
That's right. So, hey, Mike. Okay, here we go.
Man. Yeah, can I ask you a question? This is the thing? Yes, sir. This is for the Howard Stern Show tape of broadcast. How are you? Good. All right. Let me ask you. How can you be so old and still have pimples?
Oh, my.
Listen, I'm just curious. I actually have...
Sir, young man, that's I imagine probably a sensible question. How can you be so young and look the way that you do?
I know, I'm pretty good. Wait, no, please.
No, that's...
Just one more?
That, I think we probably have done it.
Oh,
thank you very much for your courtesy.
All right, thanks a lot.
Oh, man.
It's like being chased by a lawnmower. Unreal.
Adios. Have a nice trip. Bon voyage. Farewell to thee.
Cash.App, $milkcratemarauder.
That's a pretty good trick, Doc. But can you do this?
Venmo @milkcratemarauder.
Ain't I a stinker?
Milk Crate Marauder is the shit.